perfection. You know I'm through with you. Your hoops are my obsessions, always jumping through. I'm so tangled, I'm so worthy. I'm just lost in my reflection. Pay attention, you never will. Victim, but then I'm lowest. Time to get to know myself. I'm still tangled, I'm not worried, 'cause I am caught up in this perfection. Pay attention, yeah, you never will. 'Cause you depend, so you always will. If you arrest yourself, do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Do you need anything like I need you? Do you need anything like I need you? Sober ho. Do you need anything like I need you? You know I do. Yo, what's up? Tuesday night. A denial. These are not my words, are mine most of the time. with reality and permit me to breathe before I do it again. Do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Oh, do you need anything like I need you? Do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Oh, do you need anything like I need you? Let's go. All right. All right. Let's go, baby. Come on! Dude, how you doing? Tuesday night? Oh, yeah, you like the new do, thank you. It's actually kind of the old do. Do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Oh, do you need anything like I need you? Do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Oh, do you need anything like I need you? Oh, dude, what a fucking crazy day, bro. I feel like I've had the craziest day on Twitter in like a long time. And what's wild is I haven't even seen any of the content that provoked it. Dude, I have not seen any, right? But what a crazy day. We're just gonna settle in here. Oh, 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 ooh, oh, shit. All right. Dude, I tried to hit the high note and it just wasn't happening. Dude, the voice crack. The voice crack from God. Dude, what a crazy night. Mariners played like shit. Bro, Mariners were dog shit tonight. I just wanna change the world. I only saw like part of the game. But yeah, it does happen. Ain't no thing. So what was I gonna say though? So all right, so the two main things that I interacted with today that were, I guess, unusual was number one, dude. Oh yeah. Thank you. Sorry about that. There we go. Thank you for the music heads up. So the two things that I fucking like I said, I feel like online Twitter was just going ape shit today. Number one was obviously this NBA stuff, the whole like Christian oppression angle. That shit is just going nuts, bro. Just nuts. Now, I personally, I don't know about you, but I personally was like, well, wait a second. It was literally almost to the day 6 months ago, okay? It was 6 months and 21 days ago. So we're coming up on 7 months ago where you could be fired for quoting
Charlie Kirk online, if you posted a quote of Charlie Kirk's exact words, they were doxing you and you were getting fired. Right? You remember that, don't you? Because I remember that. I remember like, wow, dude, you could say the wrong thing. You could do the wrong thing. You could quote him. You could say you didn't like him, anything. And it was like, you're getting fired. You are like being punished. And now those same people are like, an NBA player went on a massive rant, apparently, about Pride Night. And those people are like, well, wait a second. He can't, you can't fire him for that. Wait a sec. Yeah, you can. Okay. Now here's my take on it, guys. Okay. Because I have a pretty simplified look at this thing. That number one, it's like, really? You're still crying about Pride Nights? Like, give me a fucking break, dude. Get over the Pride Night shit. Okay. It's a month celebrating people who were oppressed. Deal with it. Okay. Deal with it. You know what I mean? You don't even have to wear a rainbow. Just shut the fuck up and deal with it. Okay. But number two, guys, when it comes to FTT dance, let's go. All right. I got you. There it is. There you go, Peter. Thank you, boss. When it comes to being a professional athlete, okay, if you're going to sign a contract to play for the Chicago Bulls or the San Jose Sharks or the, Dallas Cowboys, right? You're signing a contract to play for a team that represents a city. That means everyone in that city is like part of who's, they're buying your stadiums. They're fucking paying for all your shit. They're your supporters. You are like a representative, a sports entertainment representative of that city. And with that comes certain things. There's going to be a Pride Night. There's going to be a military night. There's going to be various nights that celebrate marginalized groups. There might be like, you know what I'm saying? You might have a bunch of teammates that are all wearing huge crosses because there's a whole bunch of like Jesus-y people in sports. When you sign that contract to play for the Chicago Bulls, you are saying that all of the fans in Chicago, you got them, okay? You got them. And it doesn't matter if you agree with their lifestyle or how they spend their money or who they're banging or who they love or what kind of car they drive. It does not fucking matter. If you don't want to represent for all the people in Chicago, don't sign the contract, okay? If you need some Christian Bible banging environment, go play in a Christian league or go move to fucking Uganda and have at it, okay? Live under a Christian oppressive government. But this is America where there's all kinds of people. It's 2026. Everybody's had marriage rights for 11 years. Pride Month is not a surprise. They've been celebrating it since the 70s, you idiots. Okay, so, just don't sign the contract if you can't show up and do the business. Dude, Clown Prince, let's go, baby. That's my philosophy. Okay, now, what's crazy about this is if all of the whatever bigoted Christian NBA players decided they're leaving the league, hey, guess what, guys? I bet we can find some other NBA players who want your jobs, okay? If you don't want to be in the NBA, if you want to go play in the mega church league in Texas, go for it, all right? It's not like they're not lining up to take your fucking job, bro. We could replace every evangelical whiner in the NBA in fucking 24 hours. Easy, okay? Easy. Easily replace. All of you. So, like, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. I'm serious. That's the way. You want out? You don't want to go to Pride Night? Fine. We'll replace you. Go play in the Christian League. Okay? Go ask the mega church for millions of dollars to bounce a fucking ball. Dude, give me a fucking break, dude. Dude, this shit is so nonsensical. Okay? Now, the Christians are livid because they're like freedom of religion. But here's the deal. No. Freedom of religion means we can never make you be gay. All right? You believe gay is wrong and bad, so you're not going to be gay, and you're going to have those personal feelings about whatever gay is. Now, that doesn't mean that every gay person who crosses your path has to, like, bend over while you tell them they're wrong and bad and gonna burn in hell. That's bullshit. Because here's the deal, dude, is like, I don't believe in the Bible. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in hell. So no, I'm not burning in hell, right? All the Christians are like, oh yeah, you will. Trust me, you will. Oh, you're gonna stand in judgment. No, I'm not. I'm not standing in judgment. I'm not burning in hell. I'm not doing any of that shit. Okay, I'm not, because I don't believe in that shit. So none of that shit applies to me. Okay? And dude, it is like so weird. They're so arrogant. They're so entitled. Like they think because they believe in that fairy tale, they get to tell all of us what we can and can't do. And that we, whether we believe it or not, we are automatically subjected to the reality of their fairy tale, okay? Which is bullshit. Because here's the deal, and here's what I was saying to people on Twitter. I can bring you gay and trans people into your life, okay? All 5 of your senses. You'll be able to see them, hear them, talk to them, touch them, smell them, right? You know what I'm saying? All of your senses will be able to engage with those transgender, bi, LGBTQ, whatever people. Okay, now the minute you can bring me your God or Jesus to where my 5 senses can interact with him, the minute that happens, we can then have a conversation about your God, your Bible, your book, and all of that. But if you cannot bring them into the room, into this reality, then you do not like get to govern me at all. You don't get to restrict my motion. You don't get to tell me I'm wrong. You don't get to remove my fucking existence or whatever. You don't get to berate me with some phony shit. Okay? I mean, I could say that I have a book that says Christianity's wrong. Okay? There you go. Touche. Now I got a book that says Christianity's fake and wrong. So there you go. My book is better than your book. So what are you going to do? I got a book too, boss. There you go. You want it? I'll show it to you. It's got 1 page in it. You open it up and it says Christianity is bullshit. That's it. It's called the Tommy, the fucking political punk Bible, right? The Deuteronomy de political punk. You open it up and it says Christianity is bullshit. Period. Thanks for coming out. Dude. Oh, right? All right, dude. Ella said, Tommy. Thanks, boss, for everything. Thanks to Jenny behind the scenes for all she does. Love you, punks. Happy Trans Visibility Day, Pine Box 2028. Yes, it's also Trans Visibility Day today. Thank you for the reminder, Ella. Happy Trans Visibility. We see you. We hear you. We sense you. We got your back. Dude, base notes, LFG, let's go. Dude, these are huge, guys. Thank you. Dude, thank you, boss. Thank you. Let's go, dude. Let's fucking go. Bro, base notes. Thank you, boss. Huge. Yeah, so, I mean, I've been interacting with these people like all fucking day, bro. All day. Let me just tell you, it has been fucking crazy, right? I mean, because they're so nasty. Let me just show you some of the dumbest responses I've seen, okay? I feel like we have to address some of this. Now, if you guys have a link to the original rant, if we want to watch that rant, I would love to see it. I don't even know where Ivey's original rant is, okay? But I think we should look at some of the responses here. You say, I hope that is a hell for you. Yeah, dude, I'm just hiding you, boss. Whatever. No one cares. I hope you enjoyed whatever brief time you had here in our chat. Bye-bye. Right? Bye-bye. Oh, wait a second. Oh, wait. No, I think I fucking mistakenly banned you, dude. Oh my God, dude. My bad. Hold on. Let me bring that person back. I misread that. I'm sorry, Manicler. Right? I'm unhiding you. I am so sorry. There, you heard my Wisconsin accent. I misread that because you were saying you hope there's a hell for you know who, which is like, I thought you were talking to me, but never mind. Dude, my bad. Dude, yeah, no, I fucked up. I'm a little edgy. All right, I'm sorry. I'm gunning, dude. My finger, dude, my finger is like Riley Gaines's labia, dude. It is just like trigger happy, boss. Trust. Dude, sorry, my bad. Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. I got you. All right, dude. Yeah. No. I might be a little trigger happy tonight. I'm gonna breathe in. I'm gonna slow it down. Guys. Okay, so let's look at some of these weird responses. Okay, and again, if you have the clip to Ivey's original like meltdown, I would like to watch it. Okay. I would like to watch his original meltdown. I couldn't tell. He's been online so much today. I've seen so many links. I have no idea what's the original like thing from him, from Ivey, the Chicago Bulls player. Okay. I will say this though. You ready? For the MAGA of the world. I thought woke was dead, guys. Right? Remember? Donald Trump was like, we defeated woke. Oh, I guess he didn't, though. I guess you did not. You did not defeat woke. Okay? I don't think you defeated woke. I think woke is right where we left it. Right? They're like, ooh, woke is dead. Oh, no, now I'm all woke. There's woke in my diaper. Oh, Melania, quit fucking Gavin Newsom and come empty the woke from my diaper. Dude, where's little Marco? Get him in here. Oh, shit. Dude, you're a new woke? Let's go. Dude, Donald Trump defeated woke with his fucking FIFA Medal of Honor, right? That's how Donald Trump defeats woke, dude. He pulls out his FIFA Peace Prize, and he's like, go away, woke. FIFA. Dude, woke lives. Woke lives. Woke. Woke is alive. It is alive. Woke. Dude. Oh, shit. All right. Dude, that actually felt pretty good. But all right, so let's look at some of this stuff, dude. Because some of these replies are like crazy. Okay? So here's the thing that I posted, okay? This is the big one right here. That said, Christians in 2026 need to realize people are gay, and that's 100% normal. Okay, especially here in America, the supposed land of freedom, right? Oh, unless you're woke, right? You are free to be not gay. Others are free to be gay. And that's it, okay? You are not free to act like you get to dictate what everyone else can and can't be, okay? The idea that religious freedom means you get to run around telling gay people they're dirty and they're shitty and right? And they have to just put up with it? No. No. We're not doing that. Okay? Right? You don't be gay is all you get. Okay? Now look at this guy though. This is funny. Because this guy says gay is not normal. It runs outside the design specifications. The design specifications? What did this guy get? Like a schematic with humans that says like, you know what I mean? You think like, you know, bodybuilders that weigh fucking 450 pounds are inside the design specifications? Or like, come on, bro. You know, give me a fucking break, dude. He says, sure, you can live that way, but don't expect anyone to think it's normal or not sinful. Yes, we are free to say it's not okay and free to say God calls it a sin. But first off, like, for a lot of people, God doesn't exist. So you saying God calls it a sin is me like coming up to you saying, my friend Henry says the way you're living your life is wrong and sinful. And you'd be like, go tell Henry to piss up a fucking rope, right? And that's the same way we like feel about your thing, right? And I said, dude, it's normal. And in fact, guys, it was the standard, okay? Before that Bible existed, gay sex was the standard. It wasn't even just normal. Gay sex was more often the type of sex. You know why, guys? Do you know why gay sex was so popular? I'll tell you why. It's real simple. Because gay sex could happen without you having to have a kid, okay? So what happened in the days of old is when somebody wanted to procreate, they would have sex with a woman to like try to procreate. And when they didn't want to procreate and they just wanted to have sex, they went and had sex with the men, okay? That's literally what it was used for. When sex was entertainment in the old days, it was with the same sex. And they've been doing this forever. Okay, it's always been the vegan option, guys. It has always been, yes, it's the natural contraceptive. Okay, now look at this one though. This guy says here, nobody's trying to stop you from whatever. We are stopping you from doing is forcing the idea that it's normal on our kids. Forcing the idea. He says, we have every right to say it's not normal and to teach our kids to reject it. But here's the problem, guys. You ready? If your kid is gay and you teach him to reject it, aka you teach him that who he is dirty and wrong, you're committing child abuse. Okay? Nobody's forcing anything on your kids. All we're letting them know is if your kid is gay, they're okay. They're normal. They're fine. They're not a dirty, despicable, sinning piece of trash, which is what you're going to try to impart on them with your stupid religion, okay? And we're not going to do that. We're going to acknowledge that, no, you're fine, dude. You're like everybody's a little bit gay, all right? Now, this guy said, we will criminalize it, and you degenerates have zero valued argument as to why we shouldn't. And of course, I replied, dude, you don't even have a real profile. Like, you're hiding behind a fake profile. Like, you're not doing shit. Okay, the guy who said, we will criminalize it and you'll do nothing. It's like, dude, you don't even have the balls to have a real fucking profile. You think you're going to somehow take power over people? Like, come on, dude. You know, if you had any balls whatsoever, you'd have a picture and a face and be a real human being online. Like, you're not going to do shit. You're going to cry in my replies. And right? All right. Thank you. Thank you, though. Thanks for coming out, boss. Dude, idiots. All right. Isn't that funny? right? Now, this one, though, is interesting. Okay, this person, this whatever, Kristi David, look what she said. She said, and your message to the Muslims who, kill gays, say it, tough guy. And I said, I think all Abrahamic religions are equally fraudulent. That's my belief. 3 heads of the same snake. Okay, but I did say that there aren't, right now, there's not a single Muslim legislator in the U.S. that is passing laws telling me how I need to behave morally. If they ever do, if there's ever a Muslim governor that's trying to say how I live is immoral, they will get the same energy the Christians are getting, okay? But like the fact that they're like, oh, you won't say it about like Muslims. I think all Abrahamic religions are equally toxic. I've always said that. I stand behind that. I don't separate Muslims as being any worse than any of the others. I think they're all equally toxic. And it's not even the Muslims or the Christians or the Jewish people. It's the fucking oppression of the religion. Okay? This made up like singular oppressive power source that dictates how everybody must live their life. Okay? I just don't like oppression. It has nothing to do with Muslim people or Christian people or Jewish people. It's literally the oppression of the religion. Okay? Now look at this guy, though. This guy's an idiot. This guy said all homosexual people have experienced a trauma. Okay? Now this guy is going with the nobody becomes gay unless they've experienced trauma. And I'm like, bro, where did they get this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like you're acting like the straight people don't experience trauma. Dude, I experienced so much trauma. I was molested by men. And I'm not gay. You fucking idiots. Like, give me a break, dude. Like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Dude, they are so dumb, right? Now, look at this guy, okay? Of course, all these guys have idiot names and fake profiles. But look at this one. This one said, totally, what's your stance on people having their cocks out at a parade? And I'm like, this one, I get some version of this, guys, in every LGBTQ discussion. And let's discuss here, because first off, the cocks out at the parade, guys, I have gone to pride parades in Los Angeles, in Portland. I went to big ones in San Francisco in the 90s, like the crazy ones with people running around in assless chaps. I have never seen anyone pull their cocks out at a fucking parade, okay? They don't do it. They do not do it. Nobody is doing that shit, okay? There might be sections at the clubs later where there's some weird simulated S&M and shit, but like, dude, this shit, nobody does this. I mean, we in Portland have things like the naked, I do need the rant, Natalie. We in Portland have things like the naked bike ride. But anyway, first off, I've never seen cocks out at a parade. And as I told him, that does sound more like his personal fantasy, okay? That he's going to go there and he's going to see a bunch of cocks. But I will say this. If there were cocks out at a parade, so what? There's cocks out at a nude beach. There's cocks out at naked yoga. There's cocks out in the gym locker room, you dumbass, right? Like, so don't go. If you don't like seeing a dick, don't go to the fucking 24-hour fitness locker room, right? I mean, come on, bro. You're telling me you can go to a 24-hour fitness locker room and you can see a penis in there and that's like okay? But if you saw one at a parade, you're going to what? You're going to melt down? Your fucking head's going to spin around like Linda Blair in The Exorcist? Like, come on, dude. Give me a break. All right? So those were some of the good responses that I thought were pretty funny. Right? I mean, guys, it's like the same tired tropes. You know, because what I was actually thinking is, what do these evangelicals do? Like, why are they so obsessed with genitalia? Do they go to the gym And then after they go in the gym locker room, do they have to repent? Do they? Do they have to be like, Father, I have seen a penis at the gym. Oh, please, Father, forgive me. Right? Do they have to repent after going to the gym? Do they repent when they see their like young children when they're changing a diaper? They have to go repent afterwards? Like, dude, what the fuck, bro? Dude, like if they're hanging out with Kristi Noem's husband, dude, are they, do they have to say 100 Hail Marys? Dude, all right, there it is. Thank you. Oh, shit. I mean, guys, it's 2026. What are we doing, boss? Right? What are we doing that we are so, you know, they're still at it, guys. They're still at it. Now, I have been going crazy about this. There was one other, I want to show you some other shit, though. Okay? There's some other responses that are worthy. Okay? Now, where was it? Okay? Let me find it. Where is it? Right there. Let me find the other one. There were some other good ones. Okay? All right. Yeah. Oh, the Anna one was pretty good too. Oh, here we go. Let's look at the NBA stuff. Okay. Now, where is it? Look at this one. This is one that I've said, okay? Because this one I see in multiple versions too, right? Where this guy says, why are they making a sports game about sexuality? And I've heard this before. There was another guy who was super toxic in the replies saying, why is there a whole month for like dudes having sex with other dudes? Like, why is there a whole month of that? And it's like, I think we should address this, guys. Okay? Because first off, again, being gay is not about sex. Okay? Sex has nothing to do with being gay. Being gay is who you're attracted to, who you get the tingles from, who you think about, and they give you that romantic warm fuzzies when you think about settling down, having a partner, and, you know, snuggling and whatever, and maybe, you know, down the road having sex. Okay? It has nothing to do with sex, right? I am straight. Dude, I hang out in straight environments all the time. Not sexual at all. Okay? I hang out with females all the time that have nothing to do with sex. Gay people do that too. Okay? Gay people have other gay people that they don't want to have sex with. They're just friends with. Okay? Gay is about attraction, love, connection. It's about like that interesting thing, that love and attraction. Okay? Now, the month, Pride Month, isn't about gay people or about gay sex. It's about a group of people that had no rights and used to, even the police who were supposed to protect them, used to go and kick the living shit out of them until one day they fought back and they forced the cops into the club that the cops used to raid, and they surrounded them, and the news media came out and they were like, we're tired of the fucking cops kicking the shit out of us. Fuck you. We're not your fucking, you know, kicking dolls. That is what gay pride celebrates. Okay? It has nothing to do with even being gay or anything to do with sex. It is a celebration of when they finally were like, dude, we've had enough, man. We're not going to be your fucking kicking dolls anymore. Okay? We're going to stand up. We're going to demand our rights, and we're going to get them. Okay? That's what Pride Month celebrates. Has nothing to do with that shit. Okay? It is liberation. Yes. Pride Month, Juneteenth, right? MLK Day. You know what I'm saying? Trans Day of Visibility, women's fucking, you know, the day celebrating the official Day of Woman. It's all the same shit. They're all the same adventures. Okay? You know what I'm saying? It is all the same thing. It's like celebrating the marginalized, celebrating liberation from this oppressive, nonsensical fucking, society or government or whatever power mongering arm of society, like wielding its hand over you and saying you don't get to participate because we don't approve of who or what you are. Okay? So, dude, all of those misconceptions come up a lot. Okay? They do. They come up a lot, man. And what's crazy about this is another thing they like to say is, we're tired of this being forced upon us. And it's like, unless a gay man has gone to your house and taken your pants down and forced you to do something, like nothing's been forced on you. I go out to the park and I see people kissing, right? Men and women kissing. Are those heterosexuals forcing heterosexuality on me? No, they're literally just people kissing. Doesn't matter if they're heterosexuals or homosexuals or bisexuals. Like, all of this shit, okay? All of this shit is just fucking, nobody's forcing anything on you, okay? Nobody is forcing you to be, like, gay. You could say that people are saying, hey, if you're not going to be nice and respectful, and if you're going to still try to marginalize these people, then you're going to get resistance. You may get fired, you may get ostracized, and you may get shunned, okay? So yeah, maybe people are applying pressure to you to not be a bigoted jerk. Sure. But that has nothing to do with the gayness. If you go into a black neighborhood and say the N-word, you're going to get the same kind of resistance. Okay? If you go into a room full of powerful women doing yoga and you say some misogynist shit, they're going to kick your ass in there too. Has nothing to do with, like, it's simply a matter of, like, you don't get to denigrate, like, marginalized people. You're going to get resistance. Okay? And I mean, you can still denigrate them in your head, but you just need to shut the fuck up about it. Okay? Right? If you don't want any consequences, don't say it. Just think your negative shit. Okay? Go home and write it in a fucking peachy folder. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Go into OnlyFans, which we know you're secretly using anyway, and type it into, a message it to yourself. Email it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real fucking simple. Dude, oh my God. Dude, look at what Sticky Nug said. Imagine LGBTQ people knocking on your door saying, have you heard about our Lord and Savior, right? Fucking, like Gaylord Johnson or whatever, right? Dude, can you imagine? Hi, we're from the Gaylord Center. And we're here would you like to be gay? Would you like to take our pamphlet on how great gay sex is for you? Dude, they never do that. Okay, but oh shit, every denomination of Christians does that. Like, holy shit, dude. They're like, dude, with the Jehovah's Witnesses, they'll fucking climb in your windows and shit. Dude, they will. If you, don't answer the door, they'll be like, I see a light on. I saw the curtain move. Open the door or ye shall be damned. Dude, maybe we should do that. We should take a fucking party of real queens and just go door to door with pamphlets that say, like, right? Man, I mean, they're so, like, dude, it's so ridiculous. This shit is so ridiculous. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, guys, is, and I get this all the time, and you know what they say, guys? They get in my replies and they say, gay is not normal, it's not natural, because if everyone was gay, all of humanity would die. And it's like, you really believe that? Or you really, you gotta be stupid, because you realize a gay man and a gay woman can get together and make a kid, right? Like, you don't have to be straight to make a kid, okay? A trans man and a trans woman could get together and make a fucking kid, bro. It wouldn't matter what their sexuality was. a trans man and a straight man could get together and make a fucking kid. Like, dude, it's like kid making has nothing to do with your sexuality. It's just an act of having sex with an incubator or planting your shit in somewhere where there's a womb, dude. Like, if they can get an operable womb that's not in a human being, you could have a kid that way. Like, this idea that if everybody was gay, they would just be partnering up to have kids. You know? Like, you have to be stupid to not realize that. Like, oh my God. Like, if we were all gay, oh shit, we're not going to be able to have any kids. Oh, wait a sec. No, we could all just have sex with each other and have a bunch of kids. Dude, hello? Like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, what are we even talking about? Okay, what are we even talking about, boss? You know, it's so, guys, they're so dumb. They're so dumb, right? And what's more, I have two more things to say, and then we're going to move on. We're going to look at Ivey's video, okay? We're going to look at Ivey's video because it's created a stir. But I do have two more things to say. Number one, okay, is about the spectrum, okay? There is a lot of straight men say to me, I'm not on a spectrum. I'm like just 100% straight. And I'm going to prove for you right now that even the straightest men are on a spectrum. And here's how. Here's the tiniest bit that you're on the spectrum. And it comes down to adult content. Because even the straightest of straight guys, when he watches adult content, there's certain guys he won't want to watch. Okay? The girl is important in the adult content, but so is the guy. They have preferences of the type of guy that they like to see. Okay, a guy with like an ugly unit, they're not going to watch adult content with a guy with an ugly unit. They have to like the way the guy's unit looks. They have to like the way the guy looks too. Why? Because you're on a spectrum as well. You know what I'm saying? And dude, you're just out, boss. I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't care. You can go away, right? Everybody's on a spectrum. Like for me, I don't like watching, you know, adult content with dudes that have little ones. Because I'm like, dude, that looks like not fun for the girls. Right? So if I see a dude with a little one, I'm like, nope, next, right? Dude, you know what I'm saying? I also don't really like the old dumpy looking guys. I know that's ironic since I'm kind of an old dumpy looking guy, but whatevs, you know, I like the dudes to be a little athletic. But again, I'm not attracted to men. I don't look at men and like, oh, I don't have any curiosities about hooking up with men. I did hook up with one once, got a little bit of oral from a guy when I was like 21 to see if you could turn gay. But you can't. It didn't make me gay. It was just like, I had to close my eyes. I had to think of a woman, and then I was fine. But what I did get from that experience is I understood that he was just like me, except he found me really attractive. And I found him like, you're just a dude, man. You're not, I know you're gay. I know you're into me. I love that, like, attention, but I'm not into you, right? You know what I'm saying? And I was never into men beyond that either. Now, that though doesn't mean that like I'm not like uncomfortable by it. If I'm standing next to a guy and we're like if I'm at a urinal and a guy uses the urinal right next to me, I don't feel oppressed. Okay? If I see some peepees at the gym, I don't feel oppressed. If I see gay porn, I could look at gay porn and be like, all right, it's gay porn, whatever. It doesn't trigger me sexually. I don't get turned on by it, but I'm also not like afraid to look at it. It doesn't affect me in some like, oh my God, my eyes. You know what I mean? It's like looking at anything, you know? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just whatever. It is what it is. You know, it doesn't turn me on though. And I think if you're gay, that shit turns you on. But that spectrum, like we're all on there a little bit. right? You know what I'm saying? He reaches across the stall for a, well, first off, saying if I'm in public and somebody tries to touch me, like anyone, like that would be offensive. Like nobody gets to touch my body like against my will without my consent in public. It doesn't matter what, whether they're gay, straight, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's kind of stupid, actually, because I'm allowed to not be touched. When I was a bartender and girls would come up and grab my nipples, I would be like, don't fucking touch me. Okay? You might think you can touch me because there's some sort of role reversal, but I'm working and this body is not yours to just lay hands on, right? If you find me attractive, talk to me and, like, you know, leave me a phone number or something. Maybe we'll go on a date, but you don't get to just grab me while I'm working. That is, even if I think you're attractive, that's like crossing the line. Dude, Tyler, let's go, baby. You know? Yeah, keep your hands to yourself. Now, I will say this, though, guys. You ready? So, I will say this. I think, though, like, what I know of a, you know, having a penis for 55 years is that penises are very sensitive to stimuli, which means, like, if a guy closes his eyes and anybody touches that thing, it could be man, woman, grandparent, whatever. If anybody touches that thing's gonna get, like, activated, okay? It will. And the more, like, whatever, the more sort of testosterone-y, like, libido-y you are, the better chance of that happening. If you have your eyes open, you may psych yourself out of something because, oh, I don't want that to feel good or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But, like, just, they have nerve endings that respond to touch. It's just, it has nothing to do with your sexuality. It's just the nature of the nerve endings, right? You know what I mean? And I mean, that's what's so funny, guys, about, like, these people that have a gay fear is there are straight guys that have a gay fear, but, like, they'll watch porn that has, like, butt stuff. And, like, so if a dude's doing butt stuff with a girl or a dude's doing butt stuff with a guy, it's like still a butt, dude. So, like, what's your fucking deal, bro? You know what I mean? Like, you know, that to me is like, whoa, dude, these people are bizarre, right? You know what I mean? Now, dude, all right. But anyway, so that's my fucking take on all that shit. All right. But let me just tell you, though, guys, okay, let me just tell you, for me as a man, even as a straight man living in LA, so I had a thing, guys, where I was often looking for a partner for physical, you know, entertainment, okay? And to be honest with you, it didn't always matter what the girl looked like, okay? It didn't. I mean, sure, if she was, like, super attractive, that was amazing. But when you really just want to have the experience, what they look like doesn't really matter. It's all the same biological stuff. The rest of it is just your mind intervening. Like, I have had, you know, relations with a lot of women that I was not super attracted to, or with women I'd been in relationships where we fucking hated each other. But, like, there was no attraction whatsoever, but we participated in the act. And so you don't really need to have any of this other shit to engage in the act, okay? The act is separate from all of those other social inclinations that we attach to it. Just for the record. You know what I'm saying? For the record. But anyway, so let's watch Jaden Ivey's meltdown, right? Why would you F somebody you're not attracted to? So, yeah, I mean, so the thing about it, Rachel, like, for me, it usually involved alcohol, right? And so if I really wanted to have sex and there was a girl there that I did not find attractive, I would, partake in some alcohol until like she became attractive. You know what I'm saying? Until like it was like doable and excitable. And I mean, I'm sure they probably did the same thing sometimes on their end. It's not like I'm like the king of fucking whatever looks. You know? I mean, you can just, you know, you can mix substances and get involved, and, you know, a little bit of drugs or alcohol can conquer that. And other times though, you know, you don't have to be physically attracted. You can find somebody who's like somebody who wants to participate in the activity, and their actual desire to participate is something to get excited about, right? It doesn't, like, for me, it didn't always have to be like, ooh, I find you so attractive. It could be just about like, you want to engage in this like behavior? Yeah, you do? All right. Let's fucking get into it. Let's see what we bring to the table here. And then it's just an experience. You know what I'm saying? And so I mean, they're all different. It doesn't have to even be about attraction. You know, I mean, when you think about it, that's what the adult film industry is. Like, most of those people in the adult film industry are not attracted to the people they're with at all. They're just doing the act. You know what I'm saying? They're just doing the act. I mean, I can get mail from a postman that I don't find attractive. I can go have a nice conversation with a checker at the grocery store that I don't find attractive, right? And so I can also have sex with somebody that I don't find attractive if I just want to have that experience. And it's not about attraction, but it's just about the physicality of experiencing the way that person engages in that act. You know, that's how I look at it. But I have a pretty new agey look at like sex. Like, I don't look at sex as special. Okay. I can have sex with somebody that I have a special relationship with, and then that just allows me to be a little more vulnerable and open and brave inside the activity. I can be a little more vocal. I'll probably not be as hesitant or shy, but it's I don't necessarily know that, like, you know, like, just being in a relationship with somebody didn't automatically make the physical aspect better. Right? I've been in a lot of relationships where the relationship was great, but the physical stuff wasn't really that good at all. And then we would peter out after a year or two. We would be like, I would sort of get tired of it. They would get tired of it. You know what I'm saying? And it would just sort of like wind down. And, you know, I mean, I guess there are many things, you know, there are many ways to look at it, you know what I'm saying? And but yeah, man. I mean, but everybody's got different shit though, right? I think everybody's got, like, everybody has different, you know, different like things. Now, I will say this though, my personal experience is that because of the level of societal and religious shame that exists in America, there is often a very good chance that engaging in that creative act with another human being is going to trigger a bunch of their family of origin issues, okay? If they've not done any healing work, and if they haven't really done enough healing work to recognize that and talk to you about it, it can create some unpredictable situations, because some people will engage in the act and feel a sense of shame because they've been ingrained from birth to feel that way. And so unpredictable shit can happen, but I don't think that's because of the act itself. I think it's because of the pressure cooker that we live in, where people are bombarded with this idea that your sexuality is shameful, that your libido is shameful. Like, dude, I've actually had a lot of women that were acted like they were offended that I had a very active libido. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, Jenny is not offended, but even so, I check in sometimes to make sure she's not offended, because there's like just there's like a lot of weird societal programming that happens, you know what I'm saying? There's like, I don't know. It's like weird. We get really weird around this shit, guys, in America. You know, we do. We get so weird around this shit in America. Now, here in Portland, there's a whole bunch of like poly people. And that's where it gets really interesting, guys, is when you start meeting people in the poly community and you see them having like many different, you know, like levels of relationship and many different levels of intimacy. And like, you know, it's like, it's crazy. There's a whole like, you know, I mean, it's just weird. It's just weird, right? And it's just like, there's just so much. Now, what I can say for me personally, I've been with a lot of people, and I still feel, guys, like I do love a little bit like every person I've ever dated for a period of time. Every person I was ever in love with, I still kind of love them a little bit, you know? And it doesn't mean I want to be with them. And it doesn't mean I think about like, oh, getting together with them. But no, but like, I still love them. Like, I still like whatever. I'm friends with them on Instagram or Facebook, and I see them and I just remember that feeling. I just like still love them. And it's a good thing. It like makes me see them like whatever going about their lives. And it's like, it's really cool. I feel like I'm still like a piece of it. And like, we're like taught that like, whoa, that's bad. But like, none of that is like the love I have for Jenny or our relationship. All of that is just like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just they're all little pieces of me that I was once fused with. And that fusion never goes away, you know? Even if we broke up, even if they were mean to me and whatever, it's like time sort of heals those wounds. And I still have that sort of love and fondness. And sometimes there's other emotions in there too, like, yeah, that person, I don't really like them, but you know what I mean? I mean, it's like, it's weird. It's cool. It's like cool, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because I feel like even though we went our separate ways, like they still remained a piece of me. And I don't know if it's because I wrote songs about them or because I like, you know, have just held on to, if I just hold on to those things and don't let them go, but it's actually really, really cool. You know what I'm saying? It's really cool. It's like we're, you know, all that shit, like, you know, those connections and feelings are beyond the relationship. You know what I'm saying? They're beyond the relationship, right? They're like, it's, you know, right? They're beyond the relationship. But I mean, for me, it's like, you know, it's, you know, it's, I don't know. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's not really a hormonal thing. You know, it's more like a soul connection. Like, I feel like when I connect souls with somebody, whether it was in a relationship or in, you know, a really intense physical experience, when I connect souls with somebody, that connection for me never dies, right? That connection stays with me, and it's cool. It's like all those experiences were like formative for me, you know? Her policing who can have a bi phase. Yeah, see, I think that's just stupid, right? That like policing who can have a bi phase. Dude, everybody can have a bi phase. Everybody can have a whatever, you know? You know, you can have whatever phase you want. Right now, I'm enjoying chocolate ice cream, right? And you can't tell me that that's not okay, right? Yeah, well, see, that's, you know, obviously, if there were people that were abusive, even if I had those feelings, right, I wouldn't interact with them. But I guess I do relate to that though too, Rachel, because I have 2 half brothers who sexually abuse me. And it's weird because I don't have contact with them ever. I confronted them both and then I moved on and I moved on but I will say though that with both of them, I tend to remember more the fact that they actually did love me. They were just fucked up. Now, I know it's different if you're with a guy who's like beating you or whatever, abusive. I'm sure it's very different. I've not had that experience. But with the 2 half brothers who abuse me, it's weird because they both really loved me though. They were just fucked up. And what's weird about it is their love of me provided me an actual sense of safety and security that none of my other half brothers and sisters got. So I actually ended up like less damaged. Even though I got abused, I ended up less damaged than the other half brothers and sisters because I did get a type of caring, a type of nurturing from those abusers that actually helped me survive my narcissistic parents, you know? And it was just the unfortunate luck of the draw that they had both, I'm sure, been abused. I mean, that's usually what happens, right? They get abused. They're filled with shame about it. They never get help. Then eventually they like, you know, act out and then they shame themselves for acting out and it starts this cycle. But it's weird though. It is really weird how I was able to, when I finally healed and cut the ties and got like, you know, my boundaries solid, I could look back and be like, wow, there's actually some fucking good things I got from them. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to go hang out with them because of that. I am not. Okay. I don't hang out with them. I don't speak to them. I have let those relationships go and they will be gone forever. But I still am like, you know, I can have a fondness, you know, from the safety of my, you know, of my non-contact with them. Right. And that took me a long time. That was like 15 years of fucking work right there, dude. It's a lot of work, you know, there's a lot of fucking work, boss. It really was. But I had to do that with my mom and dad too. I had to like, they had to have boundaries as well. You know, they like most of my family, I've had to have like yeah, you do your thing, I'll do mine. We're good. Right. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, complicated shit. But anyway, guys, I don't know. All of that got cooked up today because today we were again having the battle of, you know, these people that want to, you know, these religious people that want to like tap out on LGBTQ rights. Okay, so here is Jaden Ivey's this is his rant. Okay, this is, I guess, 3 minutes long. This is his rant that started the downfall with the Chicago Bulls. All right. Oh, got it. So the Ivy rant was 45 minutes? Jesus, dude. Okay, so let's put that in perspective too, okay? We're going to watch 3 minutes of this. But guys, if you're having a Pride Month meltdown that lasts 45 minutes, like, that's not even about Pride Month at that point. Like, you're having a fucking mental breakdown, okay? Here's a 3 minute one. Okay, what one do I have right here? I took one from you before. What one is the one I have here? Is this the full 45 minutes?
The Chicago Bulls are
If you're having...
waving Jaden Ivey.
Yeah. No, I think it's the same one. I think this is the same one, actually. Oh, this is the full 45? This is? All right, let's just look and see what we got. All right, we're going to get in. All right, we're just going to see what it is, okay? All right, first off, filming while driving, the phone's in your lap, that in and of itself, not a good idea there, homie, but seems dangerous, dude.
Blessed morning. Blessed morning. Man, the Lord is good and He's gracious.
The Lord is good.
The Lord is good.
The Lord is gracious.
The Lord is gracious.
See, here's the thing. I know I'm cutting it off before we get in, but guys, let me just say this. If you really believe in God, then those gay people were obviously created by God. Even if you believe they're like doing things wrong, they were beings created by your God. So you going up to other beings that have the same stature as you and saying you're bad, you're unapproved, that's real arrogant of you. Like, I don't think you should be doing that. You know what I mean? Like your God created them too. Your God created me, the atheist non-believer. So you should just piously do your own thing, have your thing with your God, and celebrate in heaven, right? Don't walk around the earth like you own the fucking place, because you don't. You know? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Faithful. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. John 14:6.
Dude, I mean, I'm sorry, but you're driving around with the phone and you're on live and you're just like, oh, Jesus, the way and the light. And Jesus, oh, Jesus is the way. Jesus is the light. Jesus is the blood in my veins. Jesus is the air that I'm breathing. Jesus is the sound of the tires on the highway. It's like, bro, dude, like, yeah, we get it. You love Jesus. Jesus is everything, bro. Yeah, all right. Easy there, buddy. Easy there.
To those who have ears to hear,
Like, come on.
let them hear.
When does this shit get good? Oh, was he a preacher to his teammates?
How those that are speaking say that something's wrong with me.
Oh, shit.
They think something's wrong
Yeah, I think something's wrong with you too, bro.
with
Like, I know something's
preaching
wrong.
truth.
Oh,
Right.
shit.
They see it as, man.
I kind of want to see it unfold.
It's speaking, right? He's speaking something. He's speaking something, and people are turned off by it. People don't want to hear it, right? But people speak all the time, right? People speak all the time about things, right? People talk about basketball. They talk about basketball. That's why, you know, on ESPN.
Is there a speed? I don't think
And they
there's
have
a
first
speed
take.
on Instagram.
Right?
A
They
double
have
speed?
First Take, and they have Stephen A. Smith talking.
Dude, Stephen A. Smith is,
They have Stephen A. Smith
that guy's kind of crazy.
talking on First Take, along with other analysts, and they talk about basketball.
Dude, yeah.
And many people make judgments based off what they're talking about. Right? They talk about different players. superstar players, role players.
I mean, that's kind of how
talk about all those things.
That's kind of how the world works, bro. You become famous and everyone talks about you.
Statements.
Dude.
Right? And
I mean,
they talk freely.
Welcome to the show.
Freely, but many people disagree with them
yes,
about certain things.
Dude,
right?
Stephen Smith is a fucking tool, dude.
They disagree about, who's the star player going to be this year for the Cleveland Cavaliers, right? James Harden or Donovan Mitchell.
I will say this. We know who's not going to be playing for the Chicago Bulls this year.
Right?
Yikes!
Who's going to be the star player? And they make certain judgments. Even with football. Who's going to win the Super Bowl this year?
Dude, I just realized, let's do a dance party goal while we watch this, guys. Okay? Because I kind of want to watch this. I feel like I want to see him fucking, I'm going to do a dance party goal, though. Right? A pine box, so we can at least do something fucking, right? Legit while we watch this.
The Seahawks won it last year. Or this recent.
See, let me just tell you about like the top 5 picks, guys. There is an unreasonable, right? There is an unreasonable fucking like pressure on these guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, as somebody who's been really famous and got like viral fame really fucks with your head. Okay, dude, Ella, let's go. It does. There are things about it that are so intoxicating. And right, you're intoxicated. Everybody loves you, but they don't love you. They love this idea of you they have from your viral fame. Okay, I was famous in 2021, 2022. I was like hugely famous in gaming, but like everybody then develops this idea of who you are, but it's not you. And if you go out outside and people line up to get your autograph, that feels like, man, I am like so special. But there's an emptiness to it because it's not about you. It's about whatever they see in you that is really about them. And it really fucks with your head. Now, when you are an athlete, there's an added layer because they get like skyrocketed to fame and they get millions of dollars. But you know what else they have, guys? They have to be perfect. Like if you're a top 5 pick and you're not amazing, everyone in the world's going to fucking shit on you. And now if you're not perfect, they're going to fucking trade your ass. And your value's going to go down. And you're going to watch all that lifestyle and shit disappear. So not only do you have the fame and the money and all this shit, but you have an expectation of being like otherworldly perfect. And if you fall short the tiniest bit, they may pull it all away in like 1 second. And like, guys, that can destroy people's psyche. Okay? It can destroy their fucking psyche. Pine Box, FTW, let's go. That's why when you look at some guys like Tom Brady, dude, he was a 5th round pick. Nobody bet on him. Everybody thought he was too slow, too pudgy, too washed. But he was like, out of that limelight. He got to shine on his own. He got to just be a backup who could then express himself and believe in himself without all that expectation, right? And Tom Brady also, though, had gone through a bunch of shit in college and he had seen sports psychologists. And so he had grown up, learning how to like manage some of that. But man, it's really hard because with some of these basketball players, like you don't know what kind of home life they had as a kid. Like you don't know if they come from families that are like, yeah, go get therapy. Or if they come from families that are like, you don't need therapy, right? And I mean, so sometimes with some of these athletes, it's like depending on what kind of family they had, what their family of origin is like, maybe it's not okay for them to get therapy because their families don't do that. So then you have all this fame and shit like brewing around in your head. And maybe that's what causes them to turn to Jesus and fucking go crazy on that shit because they don't have any other way to express that. But like, dude, it's pretty fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying? It is pretty fucked up.
And then now we gotta, they're gonna be first take. Whoever all these platforms who speak about sports, they make certain judgments and statements based off of sports, right? And so we all have free will to speak on what we talk about, right? Right? If someone wants to go and speak about it could be food, making certain judgments on foods, the best fast food restaurant.
Dude,
they have the free will choice to
see, it's weird because do you think he had an agenda and
so
he's just finding his way there?
To speak whatever we have. We have tongues.
We have tongues.
Have tongues to speak.
Oh, nice.
We have tongues to make certain judgments.
All right. Jesus.
Right.
We have tongues, guys. Hold on. We have tongues.
Hey!
Dude, yeah, no, he is 𝗙𝗙𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗪👇👫.
Judging is not necessarily it's not a sin.
Oh, here we go.
You're a hypocrite.
Dude, Shin, let's go.
Unless you're telling someone to stop doing something and you're doing the same thing that they're doing, that's wicked. If you're partying at the club and you go tell the next man, what are you doing? But you had went to the club at 3 a.m. the recent night, you're a hypocrite. You're judging somebody and you're doing the same thing.
Yeah, no, he is working up to it. Because he's like basically
right. So
preemptively letting us know he doesn't engage in the gay stuff, but
you're not allowed to judge.
So he's allowed to judge.
You're not allowed to make this certain statement. Like, do we not have free will to speak what we please? Don't you have free will to curse?
I mean, you do have free will to speak what you please, and you can also be fired and ostracized and, canceled and so on.
Free will to curse word? To speak unrighteousness? Don't we all? Doesn't even the world make judgments on certain things?
Yeah, it's on a live, and he's got it in his lap while he's driving, dude.
So how is it
this is fucking weird,
the gospel
bro.
is preached?
Oh, here we go.
That people hate it. That people don't want to hear it, and they think it's strange when someone preaches the gospel.
Because it is. Because you're preaching about shit that like doesn't exist. Like saying this guy that doesn't exist, that no one's ever seen, that's never gonna come in the room with us, is really like, guiding you and protecting you. And like when you win, it's because of God, but when you lose, it's not because of God. Or like what? If you die when you're 20, is that because God hated you? No. But then when you win the Super Bowl, it's like God did this. I mean, they're all pretty confused.
All
right, come on. I know you got it in you, boss.
So,
Pride Month.
how is it that the world can make statements? The world can proclaim unrighteousness. That the world can proclaim LGBTQ.
There it is.
Right? They proclaim Pride Month and the NBA.
Oh.
They proclaim it. They show it to the world. They say, come join us for Pride Month.
Yeah.
To celebrate unrighteousness.
No, to celebrate marginalized people getting their rights. Dude, let's go, clown! Let's go! There he is! He's in it! Thank you for being back. I know I'm not the brightest crayon in the box, but people like these make me feel like a highlighter in comparison. Fuck Trumpy, let's dance. Glad to be back. Glad you're back, boss. Appreciate you. Yeah, no, ooh, unrighteousness. But again, see, this is that Christian disconnect, though, guys. It is the Christian disconnect, because what he doesn't understand is every person who either doesn't believe in God or who believes in God differently than him, none of that's unrighteous. Like it is, you know what I mean? Just because this Christian thinks something is unrighteous, that means the whole rest of the world can be like, no, that's actually totally righteous. Like, sorry, buddy. That's just reality. You know, he's boring. He is, Jeffrey. You're not wrong, but we're going to watch the meltdown. I feel like we're getting in there. Right? You can't see what's really right and wrong. Dude, yeah, see, that's fucking nonsensical. Right? Right? Oh, you're saying with him? Right? Right? Because the thing about this is like there is no such thing as right or wrong, guys. Okay? There's not. I mean, there's shit that causes pain and is very, very harmful. Okay? But like there's also legal shit that is like right, but is like extraordinarily harmful. I mean, you could look at any number of the financial systems. You know what I mean? But like this idea that there's a right and wrong is like, it's just not true. There's like pleasure and there's pain. And sometimes what causes you pleasure harms other people. And so when you experience empathy and compassion, you're able to recognize like behaviors that, you know, are harmful to the people around you that like, oh, I don't want to engage in them. Not because you're obeying a moral code to get rewarded to go to heaven. Like, I think that is the fundamental problem, okay? I think the fundamental problem is that religion makes you behave for a reward, okay? Like the people who engage in this Jesus-y religion shit or any of the Abrahamic religions, they are observing morality in order to not be punished. And I don't think you do a good job of being moral when you're doing it to avoid punishment or to get some kind of reward. You do a good job being moral when you have genuine empathy and compassion for the people around you and you simply want to harmonize with them. You want to coexist. That is where morality is found. It is out of a general appreciation of humanity, not because if I'm not moral, I'm going to go to hell. But religion says you be moral or we're going to burn the shit out of you. And though, if you're immoral, you can just pray and beg for forgiveness and we'll let you back in the club. So it is like doubly toxic because it teaches people to be good, to avoid punishment, and it also teaches them that if they do fuck up, they can beg and plead and apologize and they can get forgiven and then go back and do the same phony shit of being good to avoid punishment. I mean, it's inherently, it's just a really toxic belief system, right? You should never be being a good person to avoid being punished. You should be being a good person because you like people and you want to harmonize with people. You want to do good for people. Has nothing to do. You don't need a reward. You're not going to get punished if you don't do it perfectly. It's simply out of an appreciation for this world, gratitude for the world and that, you know, that we're sharing, right? Dude, as a deist, I always find organized religion weird. Yes, free expression. All right, guys, we need 23 and 16. All right, but here he goes. Here he goes. I think he's going off the deep end now. Let's see. Here we go.
They proclaim it. They proclaim it on the billboards. They proclaim it in the streets. Unrighteousness. So how is it that one can't speak righteousness? How is it one that how are they to say that man, this man is crazy. This man to the Christian, you're making the wrong statements. How is it that you can tell the man that he can't speak the truth?
Dude, but see, again, the thing this guy's glossing over is who says that his version is the truth, right? Dude, I think he's a little touched, guys.
Because the gospel says, go into all the world and preach the gospel to the whole creation. That's what Jesus said to his disciples. He said, go and preach the gospel to the whole creation. Doesn't the world, don't we see in the world that people preach what they believe all the time?
Dude, like,
people believe and they hold their big signs up about LGBTQ. They hold their signs up about how abortion is right. Right? Don't they preach these things? Don't they preach, come get a car wash at Jack's Car Wash?
dude, what does a car wash have to do with abortion? I'm not really seeing the connection there.
So
Dude.
how is it that the Christian it's a burden to preach the truth?
Well, it's not necessarily the truth there, boss.
That's because the devil is clearly working in these people.
See, that's another little fail-safe written into this religious theology, is that they're the truth, and if you're disagreeing with them or if you're not in their truth, then the devil is manipulating you. And so therefore, right, they have this fail-safe written into it that allows their thing to just be the truth, the unquestioned truth. Okay? Dude, Shin Godzilla said, radiance to the political punk community. LFG, let's go. All right, I'm not going to watch any more of this, guys, because I can just tell from watching this that this guy is like, I mean, the very nature of this rant, he goes live and he sets the phone in his lap and he's driving with the phone, just talking to no one, talking to himself, talking to his God. Now, guys, what's really interesting is there is something to be said for like prayer and meditation. Okay. Like, for instance, I got sober. I created like an energy love. I called it Goddess. Okay. And I used to take the AA prayers and I would substitute goddess for the word God. And I made this like female entity, whatever, feminine energy that was like all love, all forgiveness. There was no, I was never under threat of punishment. I was never under threat of shame. I was never shamed. I was just experiencing the ups and downs of like finding sobriety. And I did pray and meditate to a made up entity. And it was like wonderful because I guess for my understanding, Jen W, what's up? The way I see it is I do personally believe, my son tells me this is my religion, but I believe that there's like an energy, like the same energy we have in that, you know, sexuality and like the energy that like, I don't know, that spring in people's eyes, that soulful energy, that there is an energy between the electrons and the neutrons and the protons of all of our bodies and the earth. There's like an energy that we all share, okay? That like ideas are floating around in there and song lyrics and musical inspiration and like whatever. All the great inventions we're ever going to discover are floating around in that energy to be found by any of us. And that, but we share it, right? We share it. I put in hope and love and fucking, you know, healing and all this shit. And you know, I take out song lyrics and other ideas and, you know, blah, 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 right? And I feel like I commune with this energy that is shared, which is why I believe that like people dying in Gaza, we're feeling their death. Like that death is in that energy that we're sharing. That's why ending all suffering is good, okay? Ending all hunger and poverty is good because we all benefit from that. We can be rich as fuck here in America, and if there's a really poor country in Africa, our energy is still suffering, guys. All the money in the world's not going to help us ease that suffering. So I think that maybe that energy is what these people think is God. But like when you get into religion, it gets weird because then there's a deity, which means their God is superior and right. And they have rules and they have a book and you have to believe the exact same thing or now you're going to be punished. They try to like control that. They trying to say, no, my deity is the ruler of that energy and creator of it. And it's like, no, you're not. Like, I don't doubt that there's a soulful energy we all share, but it's not ruled by your God or the Jewish God or the Muslim God or the Hindu God or any God. It is, if anything, it's just like the Buddha talked about, which is that it's just, you know, sensations. It's just energy on our bodies. We should harmonize with it and we should connect with it. And like, you know, that's why you want to take care of the planet. You don't want to take care of the planet because it's cool. You want to take care of the planet because harmonizing with the ground you walk on is going to be good for you and the ground, okay? Harmonizing with the air you breathe is going to be good for your lungs and for the air and for the trees with the carbon dioxide you give to them. But the idea is about harmonizing because it's good for the planet. But man, we treat Earth like it's not even a living thing. We treat Earth like Earth is just some fucking grab bag that oil companies can reach in and just pull our guts out and like, you know, monetize that shit and like, oh, well, fuck the planet. Like, screw that. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you like when I wake up, I have a window in my bedroom that faces east. When I wake up in the morning, guys, there's a sunrise that is like, why would I want to fuck the planet up? I wake up every day to like Monet outside my fucking window. And every day it's different and amazing. And some of those days are really good and some of those days are really painful. But every day there's a brand new Monet that like the earth conjures up for me. And every being on planet Earth gets their own Monet that looks differently to them because we all see colors differently. And so you're going to tell me that like, we shouldn't be nice to that fucking thing? Like, come on, man. It's just so, like, sensible, dude. Dude, it's like, you know, that's how I see it. Now, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to leave a song on here for a minute. All right. You're on blue. I'll be right back. We're going to move on. We're going to move next. We're going to go on to Kristi Noem's crazy fucking husband. All right.
Knows you're on blue when every bruise looks good on you. Tell me who knows you're on blue when every bruise looks good on you. Why won't you hold my hand? Are you gonna deny this? Do the best you can. Got a plan, but I'm gonna survive this. That's just who I am. When you're on blue, you keep everything inside of you. You try to play it cool. Sometimes you gotta break the rules. I don't know why you are confused. All you need is a little bit of attitude. Yeah. This is it. I'm tired of explaining. It's too late because everyone is waiting. That's great. So why are you complaining? You're on blue. If I'm unsure, will anybody notice? It's my fault because I love you on purpose. I'm insecure or just a little nervous. You're on blue. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Starting to enjoy the view. I'm all about the attitude. Knows you're on blue when every bruise looks good on you. Tell me who knows you're on blue when every bruise looks good on you. Why don't you say that's it at your fingertips? Wanna kiss those lips? You cannot behave like that.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Dude, good song. All right. I saw somebody talking about a space race. Now, guys, I do know this. Like, I think what I'm deducing from, at least Elon Musk in particular, is I think that some of these, oh my God, we have 4 minutes, guys. Should I just restart this? Like, we already have 10. Should I try to just restart it? Or are we going to get this in 4 minutes? We fucked up. I think they want to try to use the moon because they're realizing that they can't support artificial intelligence on Earth. Okay? They can't. Dude, Intuition Jen, let's go. Dude, let's go. Let's run it up, and then we'll go overtime. Let's see if we can get it in 3.5 minutes. I think we can do this, dude. Fuck it. Dude, let's go. Dude, CA, let's go. Nothing more pathetic than using your adult fairy tale book to justify your bigotry, homophobia, transphobia, etc. Yes, Helen. Agreed. Let's go. We're going to bang this out, dude. Ella, let's go. We're going to get it, and then we'll go overtime, but I think we can get it, dude. Intuition Jen, let's go. Let's go. 3 minutes, 20 seconds, right? And I did see Lindsey Graham in that Pink Princess thing. But what I kind of see is that I think some people realize these data centers, guys, they emit a ton of heat, okay? Data centers are they heat up 9 degrees or some shit. The surrounding area, dude, Intuition Jen, let's go. Dude, the data centers are going to be a no-go with our current atmosphere. So I know that they're thinking, ooh, if we go to the moon and put a bunch of solar panels up there, we can have data centers on the moon. Now, I think getting that energy back to Earth is going to be a little problematic. But dude, come on, man. You know what I mean? 2.5 minutes, guys. We need 16. Let's do it. Intuition Jen, let's go. 15 left. Come on, guys. We got this. Let's dig deep, dude. Sinful. Let's go, baby. Appreciate you, boss. Let's go. 2 minutes. All right, dude. Intuition Jen with another one. Let's go. Dude, Jen is quarterbacking right now. 14, guys. 14. We got this. Dude, we got this. 2 minutes. That's only 7 a minute, guys. Easy peasy. Let's secure the dance party. Dude, let's go. Dude, Intuition Jen, let's go. There we go. Dude, Shin Godzilla, let's go. There we go. 13, dude. Ella, let's go. Here it is. Coming in hot. 145. 11 left. Dude, we got it. We got it. A little preemptive, a little twerking for you. Oh. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Dude, Intuition Jen, let's go. 10 left. 1 minute and 25 seconds. We got this. 10 left. Let's go. Let's go. I feel it. There we go. 9, Miranda. Let's go. The Pine Box Party. Oh my God. We're going to celebrate that. Let's go, dude. Intuition Jen. Let's go, dude. The Warrior Widow. Let's go. That means we got 7 left. 9 left. Sorry, 9 left. 1 minute and big 9. Dude, I can't count. All right, here we go. 9 left. 9 remain. And then there were 9. Dun, 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 dun. It is like Vegas. It is like me on the fucking megaphone. Let's go. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. Intuition Jen, great preview. Let's go. Here it is. 7 remain. Oh, shit. No, they're catching up. We're only 4 left. Dude, Engrain coming in hot. Ella coming in hot. Dude, Shin Godzilla coming in hot. Dude, Elon's taking a beating. 30 seconds. Dude, 3 remain in 30 seconds. We got this. Dude, we did it. We did it. Let's go. 3 left, 20 seconds. We will fucking not end. There we go. 2 left, Jeffrey. There we go. 1 left, Intuition Jen. 10 seconds. 1 more. Here we go. 6, 5, down to the wire. Dude, 1 remains. 2, 1. There it is. Oh! Oh, and there it is. Ella comes in right under the wire. Let's go, dude. Right after the wire. We got it. Dude, that was a buzzer. That was like a basketball buzzer. Nope. Oh, we didn't get it. We got to start over. Sorry, guys. Can you imagine if I just started it at 0? I was like, nope, we didn't get it. We missed it. Let's go back to 0. We got to get 30 more. Dude, now that would be good capitalism. See, that's what a capitalist would do, is they would say, nope, you didn't get it. The timer ran out. So we got to go all the way back and do it again because you had to get it in the 30 minutes. See, that's why I'm not a good capitalist. Because I'm like, fuck it, dude. I'm like, I don't care about that shit. You know? But like capitalists, they would be like, nope, you're starting over. Dude, yeah, capitalism sucks ass, dude. We did it, though. Let's go, baby. Let's fucking go. Dude, I've been having like stomach issues, right? I have, dude. I've been having weird, like the last 2 days, my stomach has been rough, right? No idea what we did. So what we did, Widow, is we secured a dance party. So at the end of the stream in a little bit, I will change the mood lighting. I will change the lighting of the room. And then I dance to this song by a Swedish artist, a song called A Little Deja Vu. Intuition Jen, let's go. And I dance. I like throw down. So it's an event. So that's what we do. I give of my body for you. It's like a religious ritual is what it is, really. It's like a religious it's like this. Hey! Sakatara. Let's go. The artist's name is Stefan Karlin, is the artist. Dude, he's good. All right. So it's like getting baptized by a white man's hips. All right. That's what it is, dude. It's like being baptized by a white man's hips. A white man who can actually move his hips, though. There's no Bachman Turner overdrive hips going on here. Dude, Intuition Jen, let's go. I actually know how to move the hips, boss. We need a dance party to reset the fuckery. We do. So let's take a break here and let's move in. Thank you, Jaden Ivey, for reminding us why you got fired. Okay, reminding us, like, I mean, dude, a lot of people were freaked out about that, but like, dude, I get it. But we do need to talk about Trump and the voting, okay? Because Trump today, guys, Trump is doing some shit, okay? Right? So he is, dude, like with the vote, all right? Let's go in and look at what Trump did with the vote. All right. So he signed an executive order here today, guys. And I think we need to look at this, okay? Because this executive order, okay, is first off, you have to understand that constitutionally, the federal government has no say in the elections. The elections are run by states. There is one date where we do like the final federal election. But other than that date, the states get to make their laws. Okay, the states have their primaries where they want, when they want. Some of them do caucuses. Some of them have open primaries where anyone can vote. There are many rules. But the situation is the president of the United States and the federal government have no fucking say in the elections. Period. Okay? Nor should they, nor will they ever unless they do a constitutional amendment. Now, he signed an executive order, but like it's not a law. Okay? An executive order doesn't mean shit. It doesn't apply to anything. Executive orders only are the law inside the executive branch of the government, which means if he says, oh, you can't vote, you can only vote a week before the election, nothing doesn't matter. None of this matters. But his thing says election officials will be provided with federal data to ensure that only American citizens are able to vote. But it doesn't matter. Nobody's using your federal fucking data. And it says it orders the Postmaster General and the USPS to verify that ballots are only mailed to eligible voters. Now, like what he's trying to do is he's trying to do an end around here. He's trying to say that the federal government is going to provide a list to the Postal Service and they can only deliver mail-in ballots to the people on that list. And like, dude, nah. That is not happening, okay? This is going to get, like, countered in court. But you know why they're doing this. Because they're fucking losing their ass. Because he's lied about everything. Everybody fucking hates him. All of MAGA hates him, okay? He's done nothing but raise prices, destroy the economy, fuck up every industry with tariffs. He started a war. He's, like, fucked up. Dude, we have the worst job market in 40 years, dude. The worst job market since I was a teenager. And this fucking loser, they're going to get shellacked. So now he's trying to like polish every knob that he can in order to make sure that they can win. But let's listen to this dumb fuck.
Stopping the massive cheating that's gone on. And so we're going to be signing an executive order. It's, I believe it's foolproof.
Okay, now I want to pause there. Because he says he's signing an executive order to stop this massive cheating that's gone on. But like, Trumpy, you guys just won all three branches of government. You won the House, you won the Senate, you won the presidency. You've won the presidency 2 out of the last 3 times. You, in the last 10 years, you have had both houses of Congress and the presidency twice. And you've only once in the last 10 years have you not held one house of government. So what massive cheating? If there was massive cheating, you would have had no wins, right? I mean, dude, this is fucking nonsense. Just his whole premise is like, they just won every branch of government, but they're saying there's massive cheating. So are they saying they cheated? They must be. Because they literally just did a clean sweep, right? Otherwise, if there's massive Democrat cheating, how the fuck did you win? Everything, you dumbass, right? Oh, too big to rig. Oh, yeah, suck it, Trumpy. Oh, I just shit it. I just shit my diaper. Oh, fuck, Melania, little Marco, come here. Get your hands in there, buddy. Come on, scoop it out.
And maybe it'll be tested, maybe it won't. I think it's very obvious what's said. And I'll ask Will Scharf to start off, attorney, a great talent, a very brilliant young man. And if you could discuss it, and then I'm going to ask Howard Lutnick to say a few words, and then I'm going to sign it, and we'll take a couple of questions.
Dude, Howard Lutnick, by the way, that's Epstein's buddy who lied about going to the island and lied about being in business with Jeffrey Epstein and was apparently very close to Epstein, right? Howard Lutnick, the liar, is going to speak a few words about election integrity, guys. Howard Lutnick, the guy who got caught in massive lies related to him being a close business partner and friend and island visitor of the biggest, most notorious sex trafficker in history. That Howard Lutnick, that lying, deceptive criminal Howard Lutnick, is going to say a few words about election integrity, guys. Just FYI. And yes, do not mail your ballot through the post office. Okay, do not do it. Take it to your precinct. Okay, take it to your precinct. Make sure you follow up on your ballot, guys. Be smart about this.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. President, as you said, you have in front of you an executive order that deals with a number of issues relating to election integrity. As you've consistently identified, two of the biggest problems we have with election integrity in this country are, one, inaccurate voter rolls that allow ineligible people to vote in various federal and state elections all over the country.
That's never happened. And are there like people that are on the rolls that shouldn't be on the rolls? Sure, because people move, people fucking, change schools, they move states. So like there are probably people in Oregon on the rolls that are also registered to vote in California and New York or whatever states they've been in. But none of that matters. What only matters is if they vote. If they voted in all those states, then it would be a problem. But that's never happened, guys. That's not happening. Okay, there are people that are left on rolls when they change addresses or when they change their name or whatever, their old name is still on the roll, but none of those like extra names are voting. None of them are voting. They've found zero. The Heritage Foundation has studied 40 years. The Heritage Foundation, the guys behind all this nonsense, they have looked at 40 years of voter data and they found like 75 instances of people voting, and most of them have been Republicans. Okay, let's be honest. It's like when it does happen, it is almost always a Republican.
And secondarily, you've consistently identified that vote by mail in this country has become rife with fraud.
And no, vote by mail is the most secure and amazing voting method. And we should add that Donald Trump has voted by mail every single election in his fucking life, except for one, guys. He is only once has Trump not voted by mail. Okay? So, right? Dude, this motherfucker has voted by mail in every election. Voting by mail is amazing. We have it here in Oregon. You get the ballot, you get the book, you fill it out at your own thing. When you turn it in, they email you when they receive it. They email you when your vote has been counted, so it's tracked. If your signature doesn't match, they fucking call you out. Dude, my son registered in high school. He voted 2 years later when he was 20. His signature was slightly different. His ballot got held. He had to go and like reapprove that it was him and show the identification and shit because they flagged it. Because it was like, whoa, your signature doesn't match. 2 years later, dude, they flagged his signature. It is so secure. It is so like, it is way more secure than just going and fucking, I mean, you say, oh, vote with ID. Anybody can bring an ID, dude. I had a fake ID. I got a fake birth certificate when I was younger. I had a fake ID. My friend got a fake driver's license. Used to give the fake license out when he would get tickets and shit till he ended up in jail. But you know what I'm saying? So give me a fucking break, dude. Like this idea that like the other way, going and voting with a fake ID, you couldn't fucking spoof that. Give me a break, dude.
People returning ballots who aren't eligible to return ballots being sent to people who aren't confirmed to be eligible voters.
Yeah, again, they have no proof of any of this. Now, guys, why do they want to end mail-in? For two reasons. One, they want to end it because they know that Democrats and liberal people love it and use it a lot. So they want to thwart us. But the other reason, guys, is they want to force you to have to go to the poll. So then they can go in their states. Texas can go and look at all of the voting polling places that are in minority neighborhoods, and they can close half of them. And so you show up to vote and there's no precinct, and they say, yeah, no, you got to go to this precinct. You drive across town and they say, no, they sent you the wrong one. You got to go to that other one. And then halfway through it, you just say, oh, I don't even have time to vote. I got to go back to work. That's why they want to force you in the polls, so they can fucking shut it down and fuck people off. Okay? The same way that they do everything. All they do is fuck people off. That's all these Republican MAGA shitters do, is try to fucking like silence you and run you out of town.
So what this executive order is going to do is, one, we're going to take federal data. We're going to ensure that each state's election officials are provided with a comprehensive view of who the eligible voters in their jurisdiction actually are, allowing them to properly verify that everybody voting in their elections is legally able to vote.
See, again, they're trying to say that the federal government gets to decide who in each state is allowed to vote. And guys, that is not happening. The federal government will never come into the states and say, here's who gets to vote in your state. Fuck you, Trump. Fuck you, bald fucking weirdo friend of Trump. Fuck you, J.D. Vance and little Marco, and all of you Trump shitters. You can all fucking kick rocks, okay? No, the federal government doesn't get to say shit about shit regarding the elections. You can piss up a rope, okay? And Epstein's best friend, Lutnick here, can piss twice up the rope. He can piss once up and once down, dude. Nobody's listening to this shit.
And then it orders the Postmaster General and the U.S. Postal Service to take bold new measures to verify that ballots both being sent to people are being sent to people who are eligible to vote, and then the ballots being returned or being properly returned by eligible voters only. And we believe that combined, the measures in this executive order will help secure elections in the future and ensure that the many abuses of our election system in the past aren't repeated in future elections.
Right. Howard?
So the fund.
Dude, what a clownery. All right, sorry. Dude, screw these guys, bro. Oh my God. Dude, they are such clowns. They are such clowns, boss. Oh man. Dude, oh shit, bro. Dude, the pro-America ticket. Isn't that funny to see this? Look at that. Vote the pro-America ticket, guys. We gave $40 billion to Argentina. We gave a whole bunch of money to Israel. We're fighting a war in Iran for Benjamin Netanyahu. Everything is more expensive, right? Oh, dude, my favorite thing is this. You ready? We got to look at this. Trump and the power bills. Watch this, guys. Okay, let me just show you here. You ready? Let's see. Let me find the fucking video. Here it is. You ready? Watch this, dude. This is my favorite Trump video, guys. You ready? All right. I don't know if you guys paid your power bill this month, but let me show you. Watch Donald Trump on the election trail.
Under the Trump economic plan, we will cut your energy prices in half within, mark it down.
1 year.
And you can get very angry
mark
at me if we
down.
don't do it. Within 12 months, your energy prices will be cut in half.
My plan will cut energy prices in half or more than that within 12 months
Yep.
of taking office.
Oh, wow.
Number one, your energy bill within 12 months will be cut in half, and that's my pledge all over the country. Beyond farmers, that's my pledge all over the country. If you vote for me, I will cut your energy and electricity prices in half within 12 months. We're going to cut them down in half.
Oh, yeah.
And under my plan, we will cut energy and electricity prices in half within 12 months. And that means for your homes, too. I
For
will
your
cut your
homes.
energy and electricity prices in half, 50%, 5-0, within 12 months of taking the oath of office. My plan will cut energy prices in half. Within 12 months, we're going to have energy prices for businesses, but in my opinion, maybe even more importantly for the
Dude,
average household.
is that amazing or what?
12 months from January 20th, which is the day we go into office. I will cut the price of energy and electricity in half. Ready? 12 months.
12
from
months.
January 20th, I take office on January 20th.
Thank you, Trumpy.
Your electric bill, including cars, air conditioners, heating, everything, your total electric bill will be 50% less.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to cut it in half.
Dude, is anybody? I mean, there were 50% more bankruptcies, right? Like, right? 50% more bankruptcies in 2025. Oil is 50% more expensive than it was a month ago. But, like, bro, dude, isn't that crazy?
And I will cut your energy and electricity prices in half within 12 months of taking office.
Whoa!
50%.
Trumpy!
The pledge that I'm making now,
cut it
and we've
in
done
half.
this a little bit over the last month
gonna
or
cut
so.
this turd in
we
half.
are going to bring energy down by 50%, 50%, 50% within 12 months from January 20th.
There you go, guys. 50% less. Oh, let's go, dude. Isn't that amazing? That is a massive, massive affordability win, boss. Okay? Isn't that crazy? Like, we are winning, bro. 50%. Right? Dude, what a guy. What a guy, dude. Dude, what a fucking scoundrel. All right, let's see what Lutnick says about the mail-in.
The states, right, run these elections. They will, if they want to use the U.S. mail, the U.S. Postal Service, they're going to get a code, a barcode from the U.S. Postal Service, and they're going to put that on the envelope, and we will have one envelope per vote. None of this time where we have no idea, there's no observers to mail, there's no envelopes, there's no certainty. That's all going to go away, and what the president is doing to...
Dude, no, this shit is like, fuck off, dude. Yeah, buckle up, guys. Okay? Yeah, no, it is going to be gnarly, guys. I'm telling you, just don't use the USPS. Okay? You have to take your ballot yourself to the precinct. All mail-ins. Do not use the USPS. Okay? Especially if you live in a red state or a purple state, or if you have a Republican Secretary of State. My God, do not. Okay? Do not use the USPS. They are going to fuck that shit like, you know what I'm saying? They're going to fuck that shit like Trump, on Epstein Island, boss. Do not, under any circumstances, do that shit. Okay, guys? Like, very bad. All right? Very, very bad. You didn't just stay away from the post office on that one. Yeah, dude, no, Markey Elias, Democracy Docket's going to sue. Like Gavin Newsom is suing. Dude, there are going to be so many lawsuits. Like,
today is he's going to make sure that mail-in ballots are safe, secure, and accurate, and will have a clear distinction. If you voted by mail, you will have it on the envelope. Obviously not on the ballot, but on the envelope. So we will know 1 million mail-in ballots. There'll be 1 million envelopes, and you'll be able to know exactly, correctly, that citizens voted.
And this came up with some great legal minds. They looked at the various documents and everything that was going on because
Yeah, well, but we have one document that says, fuck you. We have a document called the U.S. Constitution that guarantees that you guys don't get to do shit about the election. You and your little, like, whatever, ham-fisted Epstein class buddies, right? Your little Epstein fucking buyers club, whatever you guys are. You and Lutnick, the Epstein Island visitors, your little buddy Elon. Oh, when are the wildest parties? Oh, come here, Epi, please touch my butthole. Right? You guys, nobody fucking cares. We have a document called the U.S. Constitution, and all of your legal minds can suck it, okay? And you know, the only documents you idiots can be responsible for is those 3 million Epstein files we're still waiting to see.
Cheating on mail-in voting is legendary. It's horrible what's going on. And it's very clearly...
Yeah, it's so horrible that they just won everything, right? That's how horrible it is that they won all the branches.
Covered very, very clearly. So I think this will help a lot with elections. We'd like to have voter ID. We'd like to have proof of citizenship, and that'll be another subject for another time. We're working on that. You would think it would be easy. It's a 98% issue for Republicans. It's 86%. The thing just came out, a poll, and it's 86% with Republicans and Democrats, not leaders, because the leaders of
Dude,
the
SAVE Act isn't a voter ID bill. Thank you, though,
Democrats
Trumpy.
cheat.
You lying piece of
And the only
shit.
people that don't want to do voter ID are people that cheat. There's no
How many pictures of Epstein you got on that back mantle there, you lying piece of shit?
reason for it. Proof of citizenship, they want to be able to cheat. There's no reason. They have all sorts of reasons, excuses, but it's all nonsense. They want to cheat. But the Democrats themselves are very high. It's a very positive, very, very good thing. The Democrat voters, the Democrat leaders, guys like Schumer, who are corrupt, they want to use it for cheating because their policy
Dude, he
is so
hates
bad
Chuck
with-
Schumer.
Think of their policy: open borders for
See,
everybody.
it's funny because I don't like Chuck Schumer at all, but I love that Donald Trump hates Chuck Schumer, right? You know what I mean? Even though I hate Chuck Schumer, I do take the tiniest bit of like happiness that Trump fucking hates him, right? Dude, Trump hates him. And I'm like, dude, even though I hate him, the fact that Trump hates him even more is like, I do enjoy that, you know? You know what I mean?
Everybody, where people pour into our country from countries all over the world. Think of that. You look at, just take any issue, take anything, everything they have is so crazy. But the fact that they don't want to sign voter ID is another issue. It's a big issue. The fact that they don't have...
Dude, we got to reply to this. There you go. Dude, I think that's direct. Oh, shit. All right, let's go look at Mark Elias, dude. He was very straight about this, okay? He was, dude. Mark Elias was very fucking straight with Democracy Docket, okay, where he was very, where does he say, right? I think he quotes on here, right, where he says, right here, okay, this was the early one. Trump is expected to sign a sweeping executive order. We knew that this was happening. Okay, this came out early this morning, early this afternoon. We knew it was coming. And then Mark Elias himself did say that he was going to sue. Okay, he said right here, if Trump signs an unconstitutional executive order to take over voting, we will sue. I don't bluff, and I usually win. And I mean, guys, here's the thing, is like the Constitution is the Constitution. And some of this is just very clear, okay? Some of this is just very clear that they don't have any jurisdiction, you know, and executive orders. I mean, you know what I think more than anything, guys? Here's what I think, okay, is I think that two things are going on, okay? One is Trump is like throwing a Hail Mary thinking maybe the Supreme Court is going to somehow make some landmark ruling where they overturn the U.S. Constitution, okay? I legitimately don't think that's going to happen. But that is one, though. He is a narcissist and he is insane that he gets his heart broken every time a judge follows the law. And he's like, whoa, activist justice, right? So even when they lose in court, they can blame it and they can say those activist justices, and then they can all complain online how they should impeach them. And like, oh, we're more popular, but these judges are overruling us, right? They get to have their victim complex. But I think there's a bigger thing happening here, guys. And this is about the loss of MAGA, okay? I know Harry Enton did his poll of 100% MAGA approval, but guys, MAGA is in the shitter, okay? CPAC was a disaster. Half the people there want Trump's head on a platter. It was so bad in MAGA land that Trump did not go to CPAC for the first time in 10 years because he knows the movement is dead and everyone hates him. And there's uprisings, MTG, Tucker Carlson, all over the place, okay? But the SAVE Act is never going to pass, okay? The SAVE Act is never going to get 60 votes. They can't do it by reconciliation. They're not going to kill the filibuster because all the senators, they fucking hate Trump. They don't want Trump to be a lifetime fucking dictator. They fucking hate his dumb ass. They want to just ride his stupid ass out, okay? So they're not fucking going to get the SAVE Act going through, okay? But here's the deal, guys, is Trump needs to look like he's doing something, okay? Because everyone's mad at him. And everybody's like, dude, no Republicans are passing your agenda. They're not passing the SAVE Act. Like, why should we even vote? Fuck you, Trump. So Trump is like, I'm doing an executive order. I am marshaling in the voting. I am taking care of this. Get excited. I'm doing this. I'm doing what I promised. And then he's going to blame the activist judges and other people. But he is trying to save face. He is trying to make it look like they're still doing something. They're still delivering. Okay, MAGA, rest in piss. Yes, Laura. Yes, I agree. Right, thank you, Laura. You right? He is literally, he is just doing some theater, hoping that people will not completely bail. Yeah, promises kept. Dude, I mean, he did say that he was going to be a dipshit, right? But you know what I mean? Look at this. Dude, ooh, look at this idiot. Your panic is delicious. The world is about to discover the Democrat Party. It's the Democratic Party, you idiot. Represents just 4 to 6% of the U.S. population. Okay, buddy. Dude, your penis represents 4 to 6% of your fucking body fat, maybe. What are you talking about, bro? Oh my God, dude. 4 to 6%. Dude, these guys are like idiots, bro. Like, what the fuck, dude? I mean, I read some of this shit, and this shit is just like idiots. But Mark Elias is suing, okay? Gavin Newsom also announced a lawsuit, right? Where I think he announced it. Where are you? Dude, where is his fucking, right? There it is. Dude, I swear Elon Musk fucks with the 4 to 6% of a pinky finger. Yes, right here. We're challenging it. See you in court. Okay? Dude, California's going to challenge it. I wonder if Pritzker is going to challenge it. This is unconstitutional. Voting is a fundamental right, right? Illinois will keep administering free and fair election. And what Donald Trump puts on a piece of paper will not change that. Oh, dude, let's go. Dude, I like the way Pritzker said it. He's even dismissing with the whole, we're going to challenge you in court. He's like, I don't care what you write. Like, we're going to administer our elections and you can piss up a rope, dude. Oh, that's beautiful. Right? Oh my God, dude. That's amazing. Dude, I love it. I love to see it. I wonder what my governor is doing. All right, let's look at Kotek. Right? Dude, I don't even follow my governor. All right, let's go. What does she say? She say anything here? It's a massive and unconstitutional voter suppression. Ultimately, this is about silencing people. We will fight the order with every tool in order to protect Oregon's well-tested, fair electoral process. Your vote is safe. Your voice matters. I will not let this administration silence you. Good, good. Thank you, Tina. We appreciate you. Dude, our guys, I voted in California and I voted in Oregon. Oregon's voting system is the best, guys. It is the best, right? Our voting system here, our mail, vote by mail, with you get a fucking 100-page booklet that gives you all the candidates, and it has all the information, who sponsors them, who endorses them, all their previous work experience, a personal note from them. It is fucking amazing, dude. We have the greatest, like, our election system is so, like, caring and so like tailored to you being able to do it from the comfort and privacy of your own home. And all the papers weigh in, right? The Willamette Week, the newspapers, they all have a big spread where they break everything down, why they support shit or don't support it. I mean, it's amazing. And then, like I said, they announce when your ballot is going to be mailed to your house. You get an email, you get a fucking message, and then you know to look out for your ballot. And then they warn you when your ballot is due. You got 30 days, you got 2 weeks, whatever. Then when you drop it off, they say we received it. And then you get another notification when that fucking vote has been counted, dude. It is incredible, bro. It's incredible. Right? Right? And I mean, look at this shit too. The vote by mail, rural Oregonians may have to, like, where are they going to fucking drop that shit off? What if you live 50 miles from a post office, right? Working parents, seniors, people with disabilities, and those of us who don't want to go and fucking hang out at a fucking, like, a poll, right? We don't want to go stand in line all day. All right. Thank you, Tina. We appreciate you, right? Let's go. Dude, yeah, Trump's voting thing, like, screw this guy. Dude, screw Trump. Seriously. All right, now, let's get to Kristi Noem, okay? Let's finish up with Kristi Noem, guys. Now, I have not read into this. I realize, guys, I may need to look shit up on another screen because I don't want to see, like, fucking whatever. I don't want to see Kristi Noem's husband's boobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, some shit was going on. The bulk of my understanding is that Kristi Noem's husband is a cross-dresser. Okay? And now, guys, let me just tell you, okay, that we know something is up with Kristi Noem's husband. I mean, we know this because Kristi Noem has been banging Corey Lewandowski, her chief of staff, for years, guys. She has been in an affair with Corey Lewandowski for like 9 years, okay? Like 9 years, guys. 8 or 9 years she has been humping Corey Lewandowski. Now he works for her. They have been, like, everybody knows this. This is like as common knowledge as people knowing Benny Johnson is gay, right? It's like everybody knows it. So we know that her husband was, like, doing something, okay? He either had a gay lover or he had his own lover or he's a cross-dresser, which, guys, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind. I've worn dresses on stage. You know, I've put on girlfriend's underwear before. Why not? Why not fuck around? Dude, I can swing. I don't like do it regularly, but I don't have an issue with it. Like, you want to fucking dress. However, my issue, guys, is with the hypocrisy. Okay? When you have a cross-dressing husband You shouldn't be running around like being anti-LGBTQ. You know what I'm saying? If you're gay like Benny Johnson, you shouldn't be dissing gay and trans people when you yourself are like humping all the TPUSA boys, right? That's the problem. The problem is I don't care what you do, but I do care when you're doing some funky shit and you're walking around acting like everybody else is doing funky shit. And it's like, dude, come on, man. Come on. Just, wear your dress, whatever, do your thing. No one cares. All right, let's see. Let me see. Isn't it Bryon Noem? Right? That's his name. His name is Bryon. All right. So let's see. All right, here we go. So, oh my God, dude. There is something on Fox. Oh shit, dude. All right, you ready? Are you saying there's nothing risque? Like, can I search this stuff? We're not going to see like anything that's going to get me banned from YouTube, right? I don't know if I trust it, but I'm going to fucking open a new one and we're going to keep looking here. I feel dangerous. Like, Twitter's dangerous because somebody could do some crazy sexual shit and put Bryon Noem in the title, and then that shit would show up. Yeah, I know Bryon. But I mean, dude, I could see him as a cross-dresser. Okay? He looks like a cross-dresser. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got here.
Former Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is asking for privacy and prayers.
Dude, former! I love that! Like, that's my favorite thing, guys. Former Homeland Security Secretary. What was that again there, buddy? Brett, what was that? Oh, former. Yes, former. Thoughts and prayers, you cricket killer. Dude, she knew. Give me a break. Dude, that's why she's banging Corey. Because she knew and she's just not into it. And they can't get a divorce because that looks bad with their fake Christian following, right? When they get all that evangelical money, they have to look like they'd never get a divorce. She knows, okay? That's why she's taking a lover. Give me a fucking break, dude. Dude, she knows. Everybody knows.
Former Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is asking for privacy and prayers tonight. She's said to be devastated by a report alleging her husband has been what is being called a cross-dressing double life. Senior national correspondent Rich Edson has details tonight. Good evening, Rich.
Good evening, Brett. Well, former Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem and now President Trump are responding to a report regarding Noem's husband's alleged online activities. A spokesperson tells the Daily Mail that she's devastated and that, quote, the family was blindsided by this, and they ask for privacy and prayers at the time. President Trump...
Dude, prayers? What are they praying for? What? That he gets a better bra and panties?
Tells the outlet he knew nothing about it, adding, wow, I feel badly for the family. If that's the case, that's too bad. The Daily Mail...
Dude, Trump said, I don't know anything about it. Dude... You know that, like, dude, this is so funny. Isn't this crazy? And again, guys, it's like Kristi Noem's married to a drag queen. Oh my God, right? All these people like Tim Burchett and all these drag queen weirdos that have been obsessed with drag and genitalia and shit, and now they're the ones doing it. Always. It is like always. Dude, it is always these weird Republican motherfuckers, bro. Oh, my God. Yeah, we'll look at it.
Daily Mail alleges it obtained hundreds of messages between Bryon Noem and 3 women involved in a site where men cross-dress. The Mail posted several of these photos and writes Bryon Noem allegedly sent women in the community $25,000 in virtual payments. The publication says Bryon Noem did not deny the explicit conversations, but says he never put national security at risk while his wife was secretary, setting up a potential blackmail situation. Quote, yeah, I made no comments like that. That would lead to that. Bryon Noem operates a crop insurance agency. He and Kristi Noem married in 1992. They have 3 adult-age children. Earlier this month, President Trump ousted Secretary Noem from her role leading the Homeland Security Department after congressional hearings where she had difficulty answering whether she was having an affair with top aide Corey Lewandowski.
Dude, she had difficulty answering whether she was having an affair, but coincidentally, her husband's a cross-dresser. Like, bro, dude, these people are so toxic. They are so phony and fucked up, right? They are so fucked up. And, right? And they think, you know what I mean? And I mean, yes, dude, this definitely, I mean, you saw with Noem and Bovino, they cleaned house after people got killed. And essentially, I think it came down to Kristi Noem. She did those TV interviews where she said, Trump knew about this shit. Like, you know, Trump made the calls, right? Trump made the calls to not turn the planes around. Trump made the calls to do this. Trump made the calls to do that. So Trump booted her, right? She blamed Trump. You never do that. If you blame Trump, dude, you get booted. But guys, they are all so degenerate. Every one of them.
With her husband seated behind her, she also faced questions about more than $200 million in DHS ad campaigns that featured Noem. Democrats are investigating that businesses that received money on that contract. The president named Noem as special envoy to the Shield of the Americas, Brett.
All kinds of stories today.
All kinds of stories today. Dude, oh shit, bro. Isn't that funny? So I'm going to look at the photos, okay? I'm going to go to the Daily Mail article. Hold on. Let me get there. Let's see. The Secret Daily Life. Okay. Where is it? Secret Daily Life. Secret Double Life. Oh my God, bro. So funny. All right, let's see here. Oh, geez. Dude, the picture of him with the prosthetic, like, boobs, like, what is that, bro? Right? What are we doing? All right, so let me see here. Try and get this. Dude, these people are such degenerates, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of them. Yeah, no, it is like balloons. Okay. Okay, so here it is. So I got it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to avoid the pictures. Okay, I'm just getting the lay of the land here. Okay, so here we go. We got the article. There is the picture in question, which I am going to keep the prosthetic nipples in, you know what I'm saying? It's like fake looking boobs made out of balloons or something under a tight shirt. I don't want to toy with any of the censorship stuff here. Okay, I'll probably use a picture that'll blur out in the video. But yeah, the duck lips. Dude, he's like, ooh, he's like doing a little duck lips, the little pooched mouth, all right? And so anyway, let's read it. It says, Secret Double Life of Kristi Noem's cross-dressing husband, Bryon. The pouting, busty bimbo photos and trove of explicit messages. Now, what's wild about this, okay, what's wild about this is that what is crazy about this is that this sounds like so Jerry Springer, right? It's like so wild and outlandish. And yet here we are, okay, on like the president's, this is the husband of the head of Homeland Security, right? Oh, Jesus. All right. So it says, Kristi Noem's husband is today revealed as a secret crossdresser who dons gigantic fake breasts and pink hot pants to chat with online fetish models. While his wife is operated at the highest echelons of government, handling matters of national security in her recent role as DHS secretary, Bryon Noem, 56, he's my age, has been dressing up and paying adult entertainers to talk dirty. Okay, Daily Mail has reviewed hundreds of messages involving 3 women from the bimbofication scene, where adult performers transform themselves into real-life Barbie dolls by pumping colossal amounts of saline into their breasts. Okay, Bryon has lavished praise on their surgically enhanced bodies, confessed his lust for huge, ridiculous boobs, and even made indiscreet remarks about his 34-year marriage to former Homeland Security Secretary Noem. Our investigation can exclusively disclose. Oh, he was talking smack about the wife, dude. All right. National security experts consulted by the Daily Mail say his brazen behavior could have left the 54-year-old MAGA favorite who oversaw ICE's aggressive crackdown until she was removed from her position vulnerable to blackmail. Of course. If a media organization can find this out, you can assume with a high degree of confidence hostile intelligence services know as well. And in fact, guys, the bimbofication online performers he's talking to could very well be, other government agents. You don't know, right? If in a selfie shared with one of his online contacts, Bryon, an insurance mogul, can be seen squeezing into a flesh-colored crop top and skin-tight pink shorts. The rugged father of 3 appears to have stuffed 2 balloons inside his shirt to resemble breasts, positioning the knots to mimic nipples. So if you look at this photo, it just looks like he's got bazoombas, okay, with it looks like nipples, but they're not. All right, hold on. We're going to move past. It is pretty phony, and he's wearing pink hot pants. Oh, my God. Now, what's crazy is here's a recent photo that they took at Mar-a-Lago, okay? Dude, they at Mar-a-Lago, they took these photos. Now, again, guys, I don't care if you're cross-dressing. None of this matters. Or if you want to hang out with adult performers and shit, or you have weird kinks, nobody cares. What we do care is when you have kinks and you're trying to legislate morality, then we care. Because you don't get to legislate morality, okay, when you have a bunch of kinks, okay? You know what I'm saying? Another photo shows the rancher and businessman wearing figure-hugging green leggings and a white top stretched over 2 bulging orbs. Remarkably, Bryon's face is clearly visible in both images. He pouts playfully at the camera, seemingly unconcerned that his online activity could pose security implications for his wife's position at the heart of the Trump admin. Texts and WhatsApp messages reveal that Bryon, oh, is it Bryon? I'm sorry, I thought it was Byron. It's Bryon. My bad. Dude, I've even been saying his name wrong. Dude, it's Bryon. Oh my God. Dude, excuse me while I say his name for the first half of the video. Pardon me because I am so unaware of this dude. It's Bryon, spelled like Byron, like a dyslexic Byron. But anyway, it says that Bryon was being repeatedly asked for money during the 14 months Noem led the nation's largest federal law enforcement agency. He sent his secret roster of online acquaintances at least $25,000 via Cash App and PayPal. But when the payments were delayed or failed to materialize, the chats would quickly turn sour. One of the women became so disgruntled Okay, she posted about his behavior on social media before later deleting it. See, that's kind of blackmail-y, actually. Like, whoa, send me the money or I'm going to out you on social media. Huh. That's called a blackmail there. Jack Barsky, a former Soviet spy turned U.S. counterintelligence asset, told the Daily Mail the potential for blackmail was alarming. It's astounding that somebody whose spouse is at that level has that kind of bad judgment. But guys, Kristi Noem has that kind of bad judgment because she is, you know, fucking, right? She is banging her chief of staff. Now, guys, there are pictures of him in like tight, hot pink bicycle shorts with his legs open, with huge balloons in his shirt. Like these are so fake. These, oh my God, there's one with his stomach hanging out and these huge balloon boobies. Okay. And it says, all right, it says 𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗧, a CIA veteran of 26 years, agreed. Damaging information like this can be a tantalizing lead for a hostile intelligence service. You approach the person and say, if you work with us, we won't expose it. If you don't, we will. Yeah, just like they were threatening to put that shit on social media. When Daily Mail reached Bryon by telephone, he did not deny having explicit conversations or sharing photos of himself dressed as a woman. It was also put to him that he had made indiscreet comments about his wife and could have endangered national security by exposing her to the threat of blackmail. Yeah, I made no comments like that. That would lead to that, Bryon said. I deny the second part of that. Dude, what is that quote, bro? Right? I made no comments like that. That would lead to that. I deny the second part. Dude, what an idiot. Oh my God, guys. All right. I'm going to put the pictures in the YouTube video. I will like blur them out, right? They approached the, let me see. He then hung up. Okay. He hung up. Hold on. Let me see what that photo is. Oh, all right. So that's a photo of his butt. So we'll look at that one. All right. He then hung up. There's a photo. He's taking photos of his booty in the tight shorts. All right. Mrs. Noem is devastated, a spokesperson for DHS said. The family was blindsided by this. No, it wasn't. No, they knew. They asked for privacy and prayers at this time. Now, I don't think the kids know. I'd be willing to bet that the kids didn't know. Okay. The kids are probably finding this out for the first time. Dude, Kristi knows. That's why she's taken a lover for 10 years, bro. She knows. She knows, and she's like, you do your thing, I'll do mine. But I don't think the kids knew. They know now, but I fully know that Kristi Noem knew. They know, okay? Because otherwise, dude, he would have been a threat to her political career. Give me a fucking break, dude, right? Like, give me a break. Dude, their marriage became the subject of intense speculation when the Daily Mail revealed her alleged years-long affairs with Corey Lewandowski in a 2023 expose. Kristi at the time denied the fling. The Noems have since put up a united front. Dude, Bryon's Fun Bags 2028. Let's go, Skya! All right. Bryon supported his wife by sitting dutifully behind her at the March 4th congressional hearing, scrutinizing her aggressive immigration enforcement tactics. There she is years ago before she used to look like a normal human being, guys. Like, if you have seen the aging of Kristi Noem, let me just show you. Right? If you look at Kristi Noem's images, dude, she used to look normal, guys. Okay, let me find when she was younger. Okay? Dude, she was like a fucking soccer mom, dude. Look at her. Look at what she used to look like, guys. She was like, dude, right? She was like a fucking soccer mom, you know, normal. She didn't look garish. She didn't look like she fucking, right? I mean, look at her early. This is her first governor's picture. Look at her, dude. She was like, she's, you know, I mean, she has a little bit of like Bible eyes, but like, dude, she looked like a normal, happy-go-lucky, right? Kim Guilfoyle when married to Gavin Newsom type look, okay? But holy shit, is now, dude, she looks so garish, bro. I mean, now when you look at her, dude, she looks now like, can I just show you like the photos I have of Kristi now? Like, oh my God, dude. Let me just run through some here. Okay? Like, right? Like, dude, what are we talking about, bro? Oh my God. Dude, right? Look at that. Like, yo, homie. Like, you fucked up your face, boss. Okay? Right? She is just like, dude, everything about her looks just like brutalized. Her lips have been puffed up and contorted to the point of where they don't even really look like lips anymore. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just fucking scuffed. Okay? Just absolutely scuffed, dude. Right? Just absolutely scuffed, man. Garish makeup. Right? Garish. Absolutely garish. Like, it's just brutal how she looks now. You know? All right, it says the cameo backfired horribly, right, when California Democrat Sydney Kamlager Dove asked Kristi Noem, have you had relations with 𝗙rie Lewandowski? Noem didn't issue an outright denial, instead snapping back, I'm shocked that we're going down and peddling tabloid garbage in this committee, right? But she didn't say no, guys. Why didn't she say no? Because she's under oath and she doesn't want to go to jail. So she's not going to answer the question. But if you're not having relations, it's real easy. No, I have never had relations with 𝗙rie Lewandowski. All right. Noem didn't. The vast trove of saucy texts, WhatsApp messages, and images attained by the Daily Mail reveal clean-cut Bryon has his own share of secrets. His fetish was 3,000 cc plus breasts, according to one of the models who communicated extensively with Bryon and agreed to describe their conversations to the Daily Mail. That's a reference to custom-made implants that can hold 3,000 cubic centimeters of saline. Dude, that shit is weird, guys. Okay? That shit is so weird. Like, dude, I'm not into that body fucking modification shit. That shit is crazy. It's called bimbofication. People who modify their body to look like a doll. His kink is for huge, ridiculous boobs. There he is, dude. Well, he's not getting them from Kristi, right? Byron got in contact with the model using the pseudonym Jason Jackson, complimenting her amazing curves, vowing to worship her like a goddess, okay? According to messages seen by the Daily Mail. In texts and audio calls, the pair shared everything from mundane daily chit-chat to spicy banter about her augmented chest. How are your boobs? Would you ever go bigger? The model sent him an array of topless selfies and lingerie shots. You turned me into a girl, he said. Should I put on leggings? A PayPal account belonging to Jason Jackson sent the woman regular deposits, typically between $500 and $1,000. She says he openly admitted to having a wife and family. He'd say, I love my wife. I want to get better. Then he'd disappear, come back, and start again. Over time, the models began to figure out the real identity of their shadowy benefactor. A second woman told Daily Mail she pocket dialed Jason and was astonished to hear a voicemail greeting saying, Noem Insurance, leave a message. A quick Google search pulled up photos of Kristi and Bryon. And so that's how she figured it out. Oh, Lord, dude. That is hilarious, dude. Oh, my God. So they figured it out by butt dialing. That is classic, right? Yeah, get better. I guess he was shaming himself for doing this or whatever, right? I was completely shocked. I said, why are you doing this? I didn't think hot guys did this. The woman said, he said he didn't even care. I thought you should care. Your wife could lose everything she ever worked for. The second woman had also read about Kristi's alleged affair with Lewandowski. longtime GOP operative and married 9/11 widow Allison Hardy in 2005 and has 4 kids. I asked him about it, and his response was, I know there's nothing I can do about it. Dude, that's brutal, right? Do you not care your wife having an affair? He's like, oh, I know there's nothing I can do about it. Can I put some more balloons in my chest? Oh, show me your boobies. Oh my God, dude. And Corey Lewandowski is an ugly MFer, dude. Look at how weird he is. See, I think Bryon probably gets in full balloon gear and tight pants and watches them, guys. You know it. You know that there's some shit where Bryon is sitting on the edge of the bed with his bimbofication regalia on, just watching it go down. I guarantee it. Okay? I know some kinky people. Believe me, he's in there. Okay? Meanwhile, Noem and Lewandowski have continued to appear alongside each other publicly. Lewandowski reappeared at Noem's side during her official trip to Guyana. Of course, Bryon appears to have curtailed his messaging around January of this year, just as his wife was overseeing the controversial deportation surge in Minneapolis, which 2 people were shot dead. Trump removed her from the cabinet 2 months later. Insiders say the president was also furious. This is the part after Noem told Congress he approved the $220 million advertising, right? Once she said Trump approved that $220 million, you knew she was done. Okay. He's like, oh, so Trump said you could spend $220 million on ads that you appear in. She's like, yes, Trump made the call, dude. That was the end of her. Right. Oh my God. Mark Wayne Mullen, a conservative plumber from Oklahoma, has replaced her. Right. A newly created role widely seen as a soft landing for her involves liaising with Latin American governments. Of course, they did a soft landing for Kristi Noem. Why? Because Kristi Noem knows the secrets. So basically what they did was Trump was like, you're fired because you can't be talking shit about me, but I'm going to give you a role that allows you and Corey Lewandowski to be out of the country. You guys can just go have a fucking vacation, a tropical vacation, and go bang the shit out of each other and just, tick a lock. Make sure you don't mention anything about my shit, okay? Our analysis found no evidence. The Daily Mail ran the photos of Bryon through specialist software to check for signs they'd been generating AI. They found no evidence of digital tampering, consistent lighting, etc. The telltale signs of edited or fake pictures were not detected. The metadata suggests they were taken in early 2025 on an iPhone set to Central Time, consistent with his South Dakota location. Oh my God, guys. Isn't that amazing? Like, bro, right? Like, just when you think they can't be bigger losers, they become bigger losers. Isn't that astonishing? How, like, you think there's no way that MAGA can possibly be bigger losers. Like, there's just no way. They have reached the absolute pinnacle of loserdom. And then voila, like clockwork, it's like, they're like, wow, these people are even bigger losers. Like, guys, you know what's funny? Is even when I look at Bryon's cross-dressing, it's not even like he looks good. It's not like he's putting on a sexy dress and doing some good makeup and looking like a drag queen with a sense of flair and style and sexiness. He's got balloons in a tight shirt like a fucking weirdo, bro. Like, dude, he just looks like an idiot. He looks like Rob Schneider's fucking comedy version of trying to be a drag queen. Like, he can't even drag queen nice. He can't even drag queen with artistic flair. He drag queens like a fucking moron who is totally not good at what he does. Like, they can't do anything right. They can't even cross-dress with a sense of style and artistry. Even when they're cross-dressing, they look like idiots, right? That's the thing. Like, my God, like, can they not do anything with the sense of panache? You know what I'm saying? They have like no fucking, just no chutzpah whatsoever, man. None, dude. They just no style, no flair, no like, right? No redeeming qualities, boss. Dude, their kung fu is weak. Dude, their kung fu is weak, guys. It is. Dude, their kung fu is like beyond weak. All right? That is like the weakest kung fu you've ever seen. It's partly humiliation. Oh, yeah, no, I guess maybe that's it. I didn't realize that shit was like humiliation. But dude, I mean, if he's into humiliation, then MAGA is like the perfect place for him, bro. Right? If you are into humiliation, MAGA is your party, guys. Right? If you have a humiliation kink, then MAGA is for you. What a great fit for the MAGA. Okay? Oh my God, dude. What are we doing, bro, with the balloons? Jesus. But I mean, guys, this is like not new, okay? There have been FBI directors who are into, whatever, cross-dressing. Dude, there are like half of the Republican congressmen are gay. Easily. I'd say easily 50%, maybe 60% of all the Republican congressmen are gay. Like all of them, okay? And pretty much every vehemently anti-LGBTQ person on the planet is like has some gay tendencies. If you are like driven rabidly against the LGBTQ, I guarantee you they got some latent sexuality shit going on. Okay? They do. There's no doubt in my mind. Okay? There's no doubt in my mind. Dude, teenage girls is trending on Twitter. All right. I don't even want to get into that. Look at this. Don't shove your religion down our throats. Like, what is this? It's a pride flag. Like, that's not a religion, idiots. All right? This guy says only 5% of the population identify as gay, bisexual, or trans. Who cares, right? 100 calendar days are recognized as pride events. That's not representation. That's indoctrination. No, that's called you being a whiny biatch. All right? That's what it is. All right? Biatch. All right. All right, guys. You ready? I gotta dance, dude. I gotta dance. I got Chinese food that I got earlier. I'm gonna go eat some food. I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna make some videos. Dude, what a crazy night. I mean, guys, is that not one of the craziest fucking nights we've ever had? I feel like tonight is one of the craziest nights of politics that I have ever seen in my life, dude. We got bimbofication. We got like Chicago Bulls getting fired, right? And it makes sense though that like humiliation kinks. See, I'm not into humiliation kinks. I'm not. I that's never really been my thing. I don't know that I have like a lot of like, I don't know. I don't really have a lot of kinks. I'm just sort of like a straight sex guy, I don't know. Maybe I'd have to think about it. Do I have any kinks? Role playing can be fun, but for the most part, I'm just like, I'm about the moment, you know what I'm saying? I'm about the experience, the sort of physicality of the act, the sensation. I'm not really into like, all that weird shit. But I mean, I don't have an issue with that. I mean, I dated some girls that were into some interesting things. Like I knew a girl once who liked to be punched in the stomach, and I just I couldn't do that. It's not my fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? The stomach punching. I was like, dude, I can't do that. That's not me. Right? And she liked that though. She was looking for somebody to do that. And I just couldn't do it. It's just not my thing. Yeah, we can watch a Denims clip. You said it's only like 4 minutes. All right, I did say we'd watch this. All right, let's watch Denims.
Mr. Hyde rearing his ugly bisexual head. That was a short phase.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm gonna say it, dude. I'm sorry. I think, okay, this is gonna be one of the most, people are gonna, they hated her for she spoke the truth. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say before I make my statement. And the statement I'm gonna make is, as a dude, if you had a bisexual phase, you are not straight, you are bi. Okay? And the reason I specifically say men
I
is
disagree.
because I personally have met a lot of women that were like, oh, I don't really like women. That was just a phase for me. And it's real because society encourages like women to like having sex with other women because men want to have threesomes and they don't want to have male, female threesomes. So women are it's very socially acceptable.
Yeah, but dude, this is bullshit. Like, and I love Denims. I like her outfit she's wearing right now too. Thank you, Denims. But I will say, dude, it's such bullshit because all it is it's a society thing. Okay, societies tell straight guys you can't hook up with men because then you're not a man. You're Trumpy diaper. That's bullshit. Dude, straight men go to prison and have sex with other men all the time, bro. Okay? Straight men experiment with bi shit all the time. Dude, you're not bi? You like, it's no different than the girls, okay? It is no different than the girls. It is purely societal programming that tells men, and I'm surprised she's doing that bullshit societal programming. That like, oh, if you're a man and you experiment like women do, you can't do that and still be straight. Nah, Denims, no. Sorry, you're wrong. You're wrong.
To like kissing girls as a girl. Whereas, like, it is not acceptable even remotely for, like, I think the level of acceptability goes down a lot for bi men. So if you had...
Dude, I'm, like, not a bisexual person. Men don't attract me, you know, like, emotionally or sexually, right? You know what I'm saying? Even friends... I've had way more girlfriends than male friends. Like, I've always been more about, like, women. Because I like women and, you know, I have some guy friends, for sure. But I'm not, like, a room full of bros kind of dude at all. You know what I'm saying? I prefer being in the company of women and always have. But anyway, I had another friend who was also a straight male. And when we would go to bars where there were, like, rednecks or really like homophobic guys, we would make out in the middle of the bar and then we would kiss our girlfriends right afterwards. And like the dudes in the bar would be like, what the fuck are you doing? And we'd be like, yo, huh? How you doing? Right? We would just fuck around with people. But like me and Chris, we're not bisexual at all. Okay? We never, ever... either one of us ever desired any type of like, you know what I'm saying? It was like a total bro thing, but we just did it to fucking piss off some homophobic rednecks. That's what we did. We used to go, right? If there was a bar and people were being sort of rednecky, we would fuck them up, right? We did it just for the reaction. It was awesome, dude.
I'm going to say it, dude, okay? If you had a bi phase as a dude. No, you didn't. You're just bi. Okay?
See, that's not true. And I mean, I didn't even have a bi phase because I think a bi phase would be like you try dating a guy and you try having a romantic relationship with a guy. Or you're like, ooh, I'm sexually attracted to this guy. I'm going to experiment with some sex with guys for a while. But like, dude, like I know a lot of straight guys who have kissed dudes or fucking worn dresses or whatever, had like a gay experience, but like they never even had a phase. They just, whatever, tried something curious to see if it was going to change them, and it didn't, right? I mean, this is silly.
All right? I'm sorry. I'm saying it. You can suck a few cocks and know that you're not, and know after that that you're straight. It's possible to try it and not like it. Dog. I'm sorry. I have met straight dudes, okay? I don't know a single straight dude on the planet who's like, you know, yeah, it's a good idea. I'm gonna try sucking some dick, and you know, if I like it, maybe I'll keep going. No, no.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I would have ever sucked a dick. I did get my dick sucked by a guy, right? Because I was curious, but I don't know if I would have like. I've never had an inclination to actually suck one myself, so I don't know. And maybe if I was bi, I would want that, or maybe people are curious. But actually, when guys go to prison, this kind of shit happens, and that's the thing where she's wrong. Is a lot of this shit happens in prison or in the military, right? There's shit where this kind of shit goes down with straight men. Or you ready for this? I knew some straight guys in LA that did gay porn, and they did gay porn because it was like really good money. Okay. And it was just a performance for them, but they were not gay at all. They were like 0% gay, but they had sex with men for money. And the thing about it is though, is the sex with men is only an issue with the societal programming. Okay. If you take away the societal programming, it's not even an issue. And of course, the women with women is not an issue because men approve of that. So men have created this niche for women with women because men like that, right? But again, I go back to my original thing about how even when men watch adult content, they're judging the male performer. And men who watch adult content have like certain types of men or certain male performers they like to see in videos, and that is because it is a shade of their spectromatic like sexuality. Okay, they have to like the guy in the video too to truly enjoy the video. They gotta like the guy's package or like the way the guy operates in order for them to watch adult content. They won't watch adult content with just anybody, guys. Guys won't. They will have their favorite performers. And that's like a shade of like spectromatic sexuality.
Oh, I don't. That doesn't exist, dog. If you're at that point, you're already a little bisexual, okay? Also, you can suck dick and be straight. I know. Very, very bold concept. I know. But trans women exist, okay? I have a friend of mine, very straight dude, okay? Very straight, only likes women, will suck dick if it belongs to a woman. But he will never, ever, ever suck a dude's dick. He's like, no, that's fucking gay, bro. No, dude, I don't want to suck a dude's dick.
But dude, this is stupid, right? I mean, what she's saying here, I've actually seen enough. Dude, she's dumb, right? She shouldn't have banned you because she's like, this is dumb, right? She is stuck on, well, you know what's funny? What's really like, I guess, problematic about this is like, she is, you know, extenuating harmful stereotypes about men and sexuality, right? She is like performing for the Chads. I mean, that's really what I think it is, right? Because she's like bisexual or gay, right? She is, Denims is, but I think she knows she has a lot of Chads in her audience because, you know, they like the way she dresses and shit. So I think she is trying to do the gamer version, right? She's bi. Okay. I think she's doing the gamer version of like male sexuality so her Chad fan base approves of her. Okay? Because I don't think she has a large gay male fan base. I think the men who are her fan base are straight as fuck, right? Or closeted gay or bi, right? And so I think she's just doing the whole Chad sexuality for men because she's performing and staying like gamer, like okay in the gamer world. That's what I think, dude. I think this is some Asmongold kind of bullshit, right? Performing, dude, right? You never heard of her until 5 minutes ago. Oh, I actually like her. I do. I like her. And not just because, I find her to be attractive or whatever, but she's feisty. She has some good takes on shit. And I used to enjoy watching her in the morning. Like I used to be up in the morning. And so she streams like before Hassan does. Okay. So she became like a Hassan satellite, which is what she would do is she tends to agree with Hassan and watches a lot of Hassan's content. And she'll stream from like 6 in the morning till 10 in the morning when he gets on. So she basically co-opted his audience, and she's like the Hassan warm-up room is how she sort of built her following up, right? By being a Hassan acolyte, right? But dude, I've always enjoyed her. I have, but this is a total Chad gamer take. But again, you know what, guys? Can I just tell you, right? Can I just tell you that like we all have bad takes somewhere? You know what I mean? Like we do. We all do. We're all of us got something in there that is like a problem, dude. Dude. Oh shit, that's funny. But Natalie, I can totally hear you though. I can see you just going off on her. Is your like, does she talk to you on this clip? Do we see her responding to you on this clip? If so, where's that? Right? Dude, she comes off as arrogant. Yeah, but like, I don't know. We all are. I mean, here she is. Dude, she was one of the first political streamers to follow me, actually. Believe it or not, guys, right? When I switched to political streaming, she was like one of my first supporters. Okay? She really was, dude. So I'm always gonna love fucking Denims, right? No matter what, I don't care. She gets a pass, dude. She gets a pass from me, boss. That's how I work, dude. Free passes. Dude. But she was one of my first supporters. Actually, you know who my first was? My first supporter in the political realm was a trans woman, okay? Let me show you. She left Twitter, but it was Plastic Martyr, okay? I don't know if you know who she was, right? But she was Plastic Martyr was her name. And I think she switched to... Right? She switched to fucking a Blue Sky. Let me see if she's on here. Yeah, there she is. Okay. Dude, I don't even follow her on Blue Sky. But she right here, this woman, okay? This woman was my first political supporter on Twitter. Okay? This woman was, right? Plastic Martyr. She had like 90,000 followers on Twitter. And she was the first political person I interacted with. And she was like, you're cool. Like I like your fucking takes. Okay. And she was the first, like, I'll never not love her, boss. You know what I'm saying? And she does music too. Right. But yeah, she was the first. Denims, I guess, was the first from the leftist sort of community. Right. But yeah. So she didn't reply to you on the stream. You clipped it, called her out later. She didn't even play the whole clip, tried to make you look like you were calling out nothing. Yeah, dude, she's like kind of performing for Chads, right? Dude, I feel like that's a Chad gamer shit. All right, dude, it's dance time. Thank you, Natalie. I'm glad we saw that, right? I'm glad I know that, like, dude, clown world, boss. Dude, Chad Tastical. Dude, you know what sucks? Is like, Plastic Martyr beefed with you. Oh shit, rolling over on some trans rights. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. So, dude, what's funny about this is like, I have a little Chad in me, guys. I have done battle with my inner Chad because I was like raised, okay? I was raised to be a fucking brain dead Chad, okay? That's how I was raised in the Midwest with the working class, you know, whatever, homophobic, like, you know, ex-con father and, you know, alcoholic, like man's man, quit crying, fucking buck up, you fucking son of a bitch, you weak motherfucker kind of world. And then I grew up in the 80s where you had to be like a dude, and I was an athlete, so I was in the Chad world, like, and then I joined a fraternity at UCLA, like, bro. And then I'll be honest, there's a lot of Chads in the rock and roll world too. Like, oh my God, in the LA 90s, the entire like Red Hot Chili Peppers scene was like fucking Chads, dude. Dude, the Jane's Addiction scene was like the goths and a lot of freaky people. And you know, there were some real like cool, you know, druggies and artists. But my God, the Chili Peppers scene and like the Sublime scene was like, oh my God, dude. They were the worst. They were filled with the biggest fucking backwards baseball hat dickheads. You know what I mean? Like, so like toxic. So I've done battle to like not be a Chad like my whole life, dude. It's my life's work is overcoming Chad. All right. On that note, dude, that's going to be my fucking memoir, Overcoming Chad. Dude, you love Sublime? I love Sublime too. I just hated a lot of their fans. All right. That's it. Like, I love Sublime, but I did. I love the band, but their fans were fucking terrible. Terrible, dude. Their fans, the worst, dude. Long Beach, dude, the worst, bro. Oh my God. Terrible. The only band, I'm going to tell you right now, guys. I feel like the only band from that scene that was cool, right? The only band from that scene that was cool was Fishbone, dude. Dude, those guys were in that scene, but they were like totally different, right? Dude, and not everybody in Long Beach was bad. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of great artists in Long Beach, a lot of great fucking musical visionaries in Long Beach. I'm just saying, like, Sublime, they played a lot of parties. They were like a party band. They were like everybody is like so fucked up. Like, you know, people are getting like SA'd and shit at the parties kind of band. You know, there's like really like raunchy fucking shit going on in those scenes that was not fucking cool, man. You know, it was just like not, you know what I mean? You go there and some of the people are like carrying guns and shit. You're just like, nah, I'll take a fucking rain check on that scene, dude. You know? Oh, shit. I mean, dude, the 90s were just a tough time, all right? But good band, though. Dude, I love their fucking drummer, dude. Oh, man. Tragic, though. Dude, and his girlfriend, dude, was fucking, she was beautiful. But, tragedy. Yeah. I love the 90s. Dude. Oh, dude, Angelo Moore, dude. Yeah, no, Fishbone was great. Dude, Fishbone was amazing. I've seen Fishbone like a half a dozen times, man. In clubs and on up, dude. They were one of my favorites. They like traveled in that fucking, right? Dude, they traveled in that fucking Red Hot Chili Peppers scene. They were totally in that scene, but they were also in like the Jane's Addiction scene. Like they were like everywhere, dude. They were amazing. Some bands attract meathead fans? No, absolutely. And I mean, dude, it's crazy. I mean, that was Kurt Cobain's struggle, guys, because Kurt Cobain, like Nirvana, attracted a lot of college meathead Chad fans, and that really bothered Kurt Cobain, dude. Dude, the backwards baseball hat college bros were like the biggest Nirvana fans out there, and Kurt hated them. You know what I'm saying? Kurt hated them. Dude, I bet Angelo Moore's fun as shit to hang out with, bro. Dude, and Flea would like play trumpet with them sometimes and shit. And those guys, I think Angelo Moore played on Jane's Addiction's record, right? I'm pretty sure he was one of the trumpets on Idiot's Rule, too, right? I think though when they did Idiot's Rule on Nothing Shocking, I think Angelo and Flea played trumpets on fucking Idiot's Rule, dude. Those guys are so skilled, man. You know? Dude, I love Fishbone, dude. That's so cool that you fucking, are you still friends with him? Dude, that's amazing. I fucking love that, dude. Dude, Flea's a real one too, guys. He really is, dude. He's a good dude, bro. He is. He is a good dude. He's like a real dude, dude. He is. Dude, let's go. That's amazing. All right, you ready? Dude, we got to dance. Dude, I love it. Dude, maybe one day when I leave politics, I'll just do music streams, dude. Dude, Flea is also, not only is Flea in The Big Lebowski, but Flea is also in the Surfer movie with Keanu Reeves, dude. Point Break. Dude, Flea and Anthony Kiedis are in Point Break. They are like the gang of the meth guys. The guy that shoots his foot, right? With the lawnmower scene, dude. Those guys are in Point Break, too. Dude, that movie's amazing. Point Break. Love it. Oh, shit. Oh, dude, I got to rewatch that, dude. Laura Petty, like, what an amazing movie, dude. All right, you ready? Let's go, dude. Who's ready to grind, baby? Dude, I've seen the Red Hot Chili Peppers a couple times, guys. I liked Mother's Milk, and when Hillel was in the band, I liked a little bit of like the John Frusciante years, you know, and of course Dave Navarro was in there for a while. I was never a huge fan of the band. I liked Hillel, like I liked the Hillel early Chili Peppers. They were better. They were good in the clubs too. But the thing about the Chili Peppers is I never really loved their music because it's a little too dick rock. But I will say this, guys. They are one of the best fucking live bands. They just are, okay? No matter what, you may not like them. You may think their records suck, and sometimes their records do. But when you see them fucking live, okay, they are so good at rocking out and just terrorizing a live audience with more energy than the entire audience can cook up. And they are profoundly good. Like one of the best live bands I've ever fucking seen in the history of seeing live bands, and I've seen a lot. There's very few that can command the fucking stage like the Chili Peppers can, and I don't even love their music, man. They're like, they were so good, dude. In the early to mid 90s, dude, they were just so fucking good, boss. They were like, wow, dude. It's really like they're profoundly good at what they do, you know? There's a lot of bands like that, right? Primus was another one, dude. I think Primus's fucking albums sound like dog shit. You couldn't pay me to listen to a Primus album, but like, dude, I've seen them live a handful of times and I'm like, holy shit, they're amazing, dude. They're amazing. Dude, unbelievable, dude. Unfucking believable. Their albums are dog shit. But dude, their live show, I would never listen to a Primus album in a million years. But dude, if you had tickets, I'd go see them with you tomorrow. Dude, oh shit. Dude, seriously. All right. You ready? Dude, can I just tell you, me and Bryce, when Bryce was like, how old was he? He was 8 years old, and he liked 𝗙sha. So Bryce and I flew down to Los Angeles, and we saw 𝗙sha and Pitbull at the Hollywood Bowl. And what a show, dude. It's like 2013. Unbelievable show, dude. 𝗙sha's band was amazing. Pitbull. Oh my God, dude. That guy is another insane live performer, dude. The guy has the goods. Jenny hates him because he's so arrogant, but I'm like, dude, he's so good. Dude, love him. Dude, the Dirty from fucking Miami. Let's go, baby. Dude, the Dirty. Oh, let's go. All right, we got to get ready. Dude, Bryce is 20. He's going to be 21 in a month. He lives in Brooklyn now. Yeah, I talked to him tonight. I'm going to be posting pictures from him and shit on Instagram. But he's doing good. He's like, he wasn't sure how long he was going to stay in New York, but now he thinks he's going to stay there for a couple years. He's got some friends. He's still having trouble finding a job, but, you know, he went with a chunk of money, and you know, I've been helping him out. But he's like starting to perform music a little bit, and like he's digging it, right? Yeah, it's pretty cool, dude. Told Bryce he was into 𝗙sha. Yeah, but he was 8, dude. You know, I don't think he's going to have a problem with that. Now he's into Elliott Smith. But, dude, when you're 8, dude, you're not a 𝗙sha fan? Dude, 𝗙sha's amazing. Dude, she's the best, bro. Dude, 𝗙sha is the best. Dude, she is one of my favorite musical acts of, like, all time, dude. I love her. I do. I love her so much. Oh, my God. She's like, you know, Katy Perry, Taylor Swift times 10, boss. Dude, Britney's up there too, but 𝗙sha's the fucking queen, dude. Nobody touches 𝗙sha, dude. Nobody. Dude, she's better than Madonna. All right, sue me. Right? All right, you ready? Now we gotta go, though. I gotta get going. I could stay here and talk forever, dude. All right? It's time, baby. Oh, it's time. It is time for a little deja vu. Oh.
Got a lot of choices. I got a lot of ways that I can go. I hear a lot of voices. They have a lot to say, but
wrecked me. Oh my God, that wrecked me. Extase in you. Woo! Thank you. Thank you, guys. For you, my machine has perfect stars in you. Don't you know there is nothing I won't do for you? Let's go! I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, thank you for being here for this crazy fucking day. It's nice to not go through this alone. I love you guys. All right? I will see you tomorrow. In the meantime, take care of your head and stay radiant. Good night.
I just wanna change the world. I just want the perfect girl. I don't wanna hang around, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. Change the world, but I'm not gonna wait my turn. I don't ever want to come down, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. It's about you. I would never be alone.